The luckiest thing that can ever happen to a guy is getting dumped by his ex, then finding a helpless girl collapsed by the river. She looks tiny, like a stray cat forgotten in the dark, stumbling forward with one arm outstretched, trying to flag down a car. Her face is completely drained of color. "Help me." She uses every last bit of strength just to say those two words. Then her eyes close, her body crumples softly to the ground. I rush over and crouch down beside her. My fingers tremble as I check for breath. Still alive up close. I finally see her clearly. She has a delicate oval face, but she's dangerously thin. The wide collar of her oversized hoodie has slipped sideways from the fall, revealing a sliver of her collarbone and a small patch of pale, soft skin. My heart skips a beat. "Hey, are you okay? Can you hear me?" I tap her cheek quickly. Her skin is ice cold, soft as silk. But there's no response. Damn. She's really passed out, no time to think. I scoop her up into my arms and sprint straight to the hospital. The moment I walk through the doors, the nurses see me carrying an unconscious girl and swarm around me. Immediately, what happened found her by the river. She just collapsed out of nowhere. This girl is beautiful. The nurses admire her delicate face, whispering among themselves, then turn to me with suspicious eyes. After a round of examinations, the doctor frowns. "What is your relationship to her?" "I'm a stranger," I say quickly. "Just tell me, doctor. How bad is it?" "Severe anemia triggering a cardiac episode. She needs emergency treatment immediately." The doctor's brow tightens. He looks me up and down with suspicion. "You're really just a stranger, not some guy who abandoned her." "Fine, then go handle the paperwork." "We need a deposit." I pull out my phone and remember, I only have a few thousand yuan left in my account. Ever since the fallout with my family, the money stopped coming. "How much?" I asked, bracing myself. "Start with 5,000. I let out an irritated click of my tongue, scrolling through my contacts with a sinking feeling. Who could I even call my best buddy? Gabe is just as broke. I don't want to bother anyone. And on a Sunday, the stock market is closed. Online loans are out of the question. My dad had long ago cut off every borrowing channel I had. I stare at that pale little face on the hospital bed and clench my jaw. Am I really going to have to go crawling back home? I hesitate for a few seconds. Then I walk to the corner and dial Dad. "It's me." I smiled bitterly at my own helplessness. "Lend me 10,000 yuan emergency." There's a brief silence on the other end in a cold, flat voice. "So you finally come around. Too bad it's for money, not to come home. Got all your cash stuck in the stock market. Did you? And now you remember you have a father. Come back and take over the family business cars, mansions, women. Everything I have is yours." Stay quiet for a long moment. I've always said that's not what I want. And this time it's not about the money. There's a girl who needs saving. Your call. I hang up. A moment of silence. A few seconds later, my phone chimes. 50,000 yuan hits my account. I stare at the screen, stunned. Then I shake my head with a tired smile. The old man never changes. Tough on the outside, soft on the inside. After paying the deposit, I collapse onto the bench outside the emergency room, watching the seconds drag by. Vanessa's sharp words blast through my head again. "Ethan, you can't even take care of yourself. You can barely survive on your own. What makes you think you deserve me? I must have been blind to ever fall for a broke loser like you." I squint up at the ceiling, breathing in the sharp sting of disinfectant and think, what a joke that relationship was. What exactly was I even in love with? I don't know how much time passes before the light above the emergency room finally goes out. The doctor steps out and pulls down his mask. The patient is out of immediate danger. "Are you family? I already told you I'm a stranger." I say again, "So what's the situation now?" The doctor sighs. "Congenital heart disease, combined with long-term malnutrition and physical exhaustion. She'll need to stay for observation. Go finish the paperwork. Congenital heart disease." Stomach drops. This is no small thing. This could eat through hundreds of thousands of yuan and barely make a dent. I drag myself to the payment counter and swipe my card. Watching my balance shrink, I curse myself under my breath. "Ethan, oh Ethan. Playing the hero, spending your family's money on a total stranger. Who are you trying to impress?" But I don't even notice it myself. The moment I hear she's out of danger, the weight in my chest finally lifts. In the hospital room, the girl lies still and quiet. The IV drip has erased the pain from her face. Sleep. She looks surprisingly peaceful now. I finally have a moment to really look at her. She can't be very old, 18 or 19 at most. How does a girl this young end up alone and unconscious by the river? I sit beside the bed for a while, bored, then step out to grab a bottle of water. The moment I walk back in, I met with a pair of eyes just blinking open, still hazy and unfocused, lost and helpless. We stare at each other for a moment. The girl speaks weakly. "Did you save me? Just happened to be passing by. How are you feeling?" I give a tired smile. She tries to sit up but can't find the strength. I instinctively reach out to help, and my palm lands on the shoulder so bony it fits right in my hand. I can't help but frown. She's way too thin. "Thank you." The girl leans back against the headboard, her voice barely above a whisper. "I'll pay you back for the medical bills." Even with my eyes closed, I can tell this stubborn girl is just putting on a brave face. I shake my head calmly. "We'll figure that out later." "What's your name? Is there anyone I can call at that?" The light drains from her pretty eyes instantly. My name is Mia. There's no family who can come." "What do you mean?" I freeze. "My mom passed away, my dad." Mia lowers her head, fingers twisting tightly in her hospital gown. Her eyes are full of quiet sorrow. "He won't come," even as she speaks. Her whole body is trembling. I understand enough. She's had a hard life. "Is there anyone else? Any friends?" Mia shakes her head. She's biting her pale lips so hard they might bleed. Her voice drops even lower. I just arrived in this city. I don't know anyone, I sigh. Great. Looks like I'm stuck with this one. Just rest for now, we'll sort everything else out once you're better. I check the time, it's already past 10 at night. Are you hungry? Can I get you something to eat? Mia glances at me nervously. I'm not hungry. Just a little thirsty. I turn and pour a cup of warm water, then hand it over as she takes it. Her fingers accidentally brush mine. She flinches like she's been shocked, and her cheeks instantly flush pink. Sorry, what is there to be sorry about? I find this girl oddly strange, but that brief touch of her ice-cold fingertip makes me pause. A feeling I can't name stirs somewhere inside me. After Mia finishes the water, I'm about to say something when my stomach lets out a loud, embarrassing growl, right? I haven't eaten dinner. Mia blinks at me, then asks quietly, are you hungry? Don't worry about me, go eat. I feel a little awkward, I'm starving, but looking at how fragile she is, I can't bring myself to leave. I'll order some delivery what? Sounds good. Mia immediately shakes her head like a rattle drum. No need, I'm not hungry. The words barely leave her mouth before her stomach lets out a loud rumble. The girl goes red all the way to the tips of her ears, wishing she could disappear under the blanket. I can't hold back a quiet laugh. Looks like your stomach is more honest than you are. I'm just a tiny bit hungry. Just a little bit. Mia is absolutely mortified, blushing as she quietly admits it. I don't tease her about it. I pull out my phone and order some plain rice, porridge, and light dishes. While waiting for the delivery, I lean against the window, scrolling on my phone, occasionally glancing over at Mia on the bed. She lies there quietly, but her eyes never leave me, as if she's afraid I'll disappear the second she blinks. That feeling of someone depending on me makes me a little uneasy, but strangely also a little warm. So this is what it feels like when the food arrives. I fold out the little tray table over her bed and set out the porridge and side dishes. Need help looking at how weak she is. I'm genuinely afraid she can't even hold a spoon. She shakes her head and carefully picks it up, but her hands shake so much she can't get the spoon to her mouth. After several tries, I can't watch anymore. I take the bowl and spoon right out of her hands. I scoop up a spoonful of porridge, blow on it to cool it down, then hold it to her lips. Mia stares at me with wide eyes, her face going completely red. This is the first time a guy has ever fed her. Open up, I say. Looking at her, she obeys, parting her lips timidly, taking small sips of the porridge I feed her. Every few bites, she sneaks a glance at me, nervous, unsettled, grateful. That delicate little face is so expressive, it's almost comical. By the time I finish feeding her the bowl of porridge, my own stomach is growling badly. I tear open my takeout box and inhale it. Halfway through, I suddenly notice Mia blinking at me with those big eyes, watching me eat. Something about her expression catches me completely off guard. My hand stills. My gaze drifts down without permission on the hospital bed. Her bare little feet are completely exposed, her toes pale and delicate, looking like freshly peeled bamboo shoots. No, Ethan. You are a human being, not an animal. You have standards, what is wrong with you? I mentally slap myself hard twice, but she really is unfairly cute. Do you want a little more to eat? I swear it has nothing to do with how cute she is. I'm purely worried she didn't eat enough. The girl gives a small shake of her head, her voice barely a thread of sound. You look like you're really enjoying your food. That line nearly makes me choke on the spot. What kind of compliment is that? After dinner, a nurse comes to change her medication. Maybe it's because she finally has some food in her. It isn't long before she drifts off again. I stand by the bed fighting with myself, then finally give in and drop into the visitor's chair. I can't just leave this poor girl alone in this hospital. The night deepens. The only sound in the room is Mia's soft, shallow breathing. I stare out at the city lights below, my mind drifting. Then a soft whimper from the bed snaps me back. I look over in her sleep. Mia's brows are knitted tight. Looks like a bad dream without thinking. I reach out and gently smooth the crease between her brows. The moment my fingers touch her skin, Mia's eyes fly open. Our eyes meet. I yank my hand back like I've been burned and give an awkward cough. Bad dream. Mia doesn't answer. She just looked at me quietly in the moonlight. Her eyes are like amber filled with water. After a long moment, her voice comes out soft and sweet. Thank you, really. That word catches me so off guard. My whole body stiffens. It takes a few seconds before I recover and give a small nod. Don't mention it, I'm sorry. I was out of it just now. I forgot to ask your name. Mia murmured softly. My name is Ethan. Oh, good night, Ethan. And just like that, breathing evens out again. She's asleep in seconds now. I'm the one who can't sleep at all. I light up my phone screen and see a text from Vanessa waiting there. I don't even read it. I swipe it away and delete it. 3 days pass in a blur. I've been parked outside the ward. Scrolling so hard, my screen might give out. I asked Gabe to dig up some background on Mia. Should be hearing back soon. My phone chimes an email notification. I sit up straight, eyes fixed to the screen. The more I read, the tighter my frown gets. Mia, 18 years old, from a remote mountain village, mother deceased, father still alive. Only family left is a grandmother in her 70s. I keep scrolling, then my finger stops. The medical file attachment says it in black and white. Congenital heart disease requires lifelong medication. Severe cases may require surgery. This is complicated. I run a frustrated hand through my hair, still turning it over in my head. As I push open the hospital room door, the scene inside makes me stop. Mia is awake, straining to reach the water cup on the nightstand. The sleeve of her oversized hospital gown slides down, revealing a stretch of wrist so thin it looks breakable. Don't move, I say. Close the distance in 3 quick strides, pressing the cup firmly into her hands. Thank you, Ethan. Mia cradles the cup, voice soft and warm, sipping slowly like a startled little kitten. Stop calling me that. Just call me Ethan, okay? The doctor says you can be discharged today. I pull out a chair and sit, but you can't stop the medication, and you'll need to come back for follow UPS. The word discharge, Mia's eyes light up briefly, then dim again. Her fingers tighten around the cup. Okay, thank you. The medical bills, I'll find a way to repay every... I cut her off with a raised hand. Talk money later first. Tell me honestly, after discharge, where are you planning to go? Mia goes silent immediately. She drops her head, lashes fluttering. A long pause, then a tiny shake of her head. I don't know. Her voice is barely a murmur. Looking at her like this, so small and lost, the words I almost say, some cash, figure it out yourself, die right in my throat. That would just be cold. I stare at the harsh fluorescent light above and press my fingers to my temple with a sigh. Fine, come home with me. For now, the words come out a little stiff. I'm trying to hide how awkward this feels. Until you find somewhere to stay. Finish. Mia's head snaps up, eyes wide and round. Her expression pure disbelief. No. I couldn't. That's too much trouble. It's no trouble at all. I stand up, shrug with practiced ease. My place is just collecting dust anyway. Besides, I pause. Glancing at her face, I can't just pull you out of the river, then turn around and watch you sleep on the streets. Once all the paperwork is done, I lead Mia out through the hospital doors. The sun hits hard outside. Mia instinctively raises a hand to shield her eyes. Her thin frame rattles around in that oversized hospital gown. Her own clothes had long since been too dirty to put back on. My car is parked at the curb. I open the passenger door, but Mia stands frozen, looking down at her faded hospital gown, then at the gleaming seat inside. I'll get your car dirty. Mia's ears go completely red, her voice shrinking with every word. I blink at her, caught between laughing and a strange ache in my chest. This beat-up, secondhand Volkswagen that Vanessa mocked hundreds of times. And this girl is treating it like it's something precious. What kind of girl is this? For the first time, I actually want to know more about Mia. It's fine, get in. Stop overthinking. She finally eases herself into the seat. Rigid as a board perching on the very edge of the seat. Barely breathing, I walk around and slide into the driver's seat. Buckle up and catch sight of her sitting there like she's in trouble. I laugh before I can stop myself. Relax, I don't bite really. Oh, No, I mean, Mia startles and loosens up just a fraction, but her fingers are still locked onto the hem of her gown. I shake my head with a smile, thinking, how can someone be this endearingly hopeless? Lucky she ran into me otherwise. You're really kind, I really mean it. Thank you. Mia's pale face blooms with an unexpected flush. She's trying to look tough, but her eyes are already glistening. Hey, don't cry, I didn't even do anything. I feel my heart rate spike without permission. You did so much aside from my grandma. No one has ever been this kind to me. Mia dips her head, her voice thick with emotion. I draw a slow breath and force my pulse back down. Something warm and undefined, something like tenderness, slowly fills the air between us. The engine roars to life and we merge into the flow of traffic. I drive for a while before I notice the silence beside me is strange. I can't even hear her breathe. At a red light, I glance sideways. Mia is pressed against the window, completely mesmerized by the city rushing past. First time in a big city like this. I break the silence. Mia snaps back to reality and gives a gentle nod. Yeah. Back home, there are no buildings like this. No roads this wide. Did you come here to study? I keep my eyes on this green light ahead and ease down the gas. Mia hesitates for just a moment. Her voice drops lower. Yeah, I got into a university here. I catch the flicker of evasion in her voice. My mind goes to the rural registration documents I read and that heavy medical report. I don't push further. Everyone has their secrets. The car turns into an older residential complex. I park and lead Mia upstairs. My apartment is a standard 2-bedroom. Not big, but after living alone for so long, it always feels cold and hollow. I bend down and dig through the shoe cabinet for a brand new pair of men's slippers and drop them on the floor. They're a bit big, but they'll do for now. Mia steps into them. They look like boats on her feet, clapping with every step ridiculous, yet somehow completely adorable. She stands stiffly in the middle of the living room, big eyes scanning this unfamiliar space with cautious curiosity. I toss the medicine bag onto the coffee table. You'll sleep in the second room. Bathroom's over there, kitchen's on the left. There's food and drinks in the fridge. Help yourself most importantly. I straighten up, dead serious, tapping the medicine bag firmly. 3 times a day, every day on schedule. Don't let me catch you dumping it. Mia shakes her head hard, cheeks puffed up, looking exactly like a startled little blowfish, waving her hands back and forth. I absolutely won't. I'll drink every single drop. I promise. Her ridiculous cuteness makes me smile despite myself. Good, at least she values her own life. You heard the doctor too. No more pushing yourself and no emotional extremes. Mia nods obediently. The air goes quiet. Suddenly gets a little awkward. I look at her standing there, completely lost, and give a light cough to break the tension. Anyway, feel free to look around. Get comfortable, I need to make a call. I head to the balcony and make a show of picking up my phone, when really I'm texting my best buddy Gabe emergency. Bring a full set of women's clothes, everything inside and out. About 5'5", really slim. Get your wife to help pick, just needs to fit. That one message sets off a chain reaction. Gabe calls immediately, his voice explodes through the phone. No way, Ethan. Are you serious? Didn't you just get dumped? That was fast. I hold the phone away from my ear until he finishes howling, then snap back, knock it off. I found her on the street. She was in bad shape. Was I supposed to just leave her there? I give him the short version. There's a pause on his end. Gabe's voice turns uncharacteristically sincere. Alright. You're hopeless, man. Send me the address, I'll bring it over. But Ethan, you just got your heart wrecked by Vanessa the gold digger. And now you've brought home a drop-dead gorgeous girl. This whole setup sounds really familiar. Familiar, my foot. Delete that trashy romance app off your phone and stop reading those brain-dead power fantasy novels. I hang up, laughing, and turn around to find Mia still standing in the same spot, like a little statue staring down at her feet. Those comically oversized slippers making her look even more pitiful. I sigh, walk over, pry out the day's medication from the bag, pour a cup of warm water and hold them out to her. Here, take your medicine first. Mia takes the pills and water, tilts her head back obediently to swallow. Her slender neck arches slightly, a delicate and fragile line of beauty. My throat tightens, I look away fast. Eyes to yourself, Ethan. Mia sets down the cup, a soft blush coloring her cheeks. Her voice barely audible. I'd like to take a shower. Is that okay? Of course. I point toward the bathroom. There are fresh towels and toiletries in the cabinet, all still sealed. Wait. I stop cold as an awkward realization hits me. She has no change of clothes, and the clothes she was wearing had nothing underneath. Mia clearly realizes this at the same moment. Her face goes completely red, even her tiny earlobes turning pink. She drops her head low, refusing to look at me. The awkwardness is so thick it fills the room. I scratch the back of my neck and say embarrassed. My friend is bringing clothes over soon. Maybe just manage for a bit. The moment it leaves my mouth, I want to slap myself. What kind of thing is that to say to a girl? I am completely hopeless, but right as I finish, the doorbell rings. I practically sag with relief and rush to the door. It swings open to reveal Gabe, standing there with an enormous shopping bag, already craning his neck to peek inside. Where is she? Let me see what kind of goddess turned the unbreakable Ethan soft. I grab him by the collar and yank him into the entryway. Snatch the bag out of his hands. Nothing to see, you dropped it off. Now get out. Gabe still tips up on his toes, straining to look past me, and catches a glimpse of Mia peeking out from behind the living room wall. Their eyes meet. Mia startles like a frightened little kitten and ducks back. Instantly, Gabe freezes. Then he slaps my shoulder, drops his voice to a dramatic whisper. Oh my Ethan, you actually brought home a girl straight out of an anime. He follows that up with a laugh that says, way too much, stop it with the anime stuff. I shove him toward the door without mercy. Thanks, man. I'll transfer the money. Hey, don't push. Let me at least say hi to... He doesn't get to finish. I shut the door in his face. I carry the bag back to the living room and hand it to Mia, who is hiding in the corner like an ostrich. Here, your clothes, go shower. Mia takes the bag with a red face, whispers a thank you, so quiet it's barely there, then darts into the bathroom like a spooked rabbit. I stand there listening to the rush of the shower and press my fingers to my throbbing temple. How did my life get like this? Truly one thing after another. I drag myself to the couch and collapse into it. Flip on the TV but can't focus on a single thing. Then my phone buzzes a message from Gabe. Bro, I'm serious. The way that girl was looking at you. You could practically see stars in her eyes. Hold yourself together, okay? Don't be an animal. I roll my eyes and type back one word. Get lost. I barely set the phone down when the bathroom door opens. Mia steps out in the new clothes. The size runs large, which somehow makes her look even more slender and fragile. Her damp hair hangs loose behind her, dripping at the ends without the pallor of sickness. Her face is soft and pink, but this top, it fits a bit too snugly in some places. Very noticeably, she shifts nervously and tugs at the hem, her bare feet on the floor, toes curling with embarrassment. Ethan, the pants fit fine, but the top is a little small and the underwear, it's too small too. I couldn't get it on. At those words, my eyes go wide as saucers. Wait, Mia, so right now, you're not wearing anything underneath. Can I even say something like that out loud? The underwear was the wrong size. This has me completely stuck. I'm fighting a war inside my own head. Through the shirt, the outline of her figure is way too visible. I'm a 26-year-old single guy. I cannot handle this. I rack my brain for what feels like forever, and come up with nothing useful. Finally, I just accept my fate and sigh. If there's really no other option, just wear something of mine. Ethan, you actually own women's underwear. Mia's eyes go completely round. I mean, wear my clothes. Where did your mind go? My own face flushes red. Mia bites her lip awkwardly, hard enough to almost draw blood, looking like she has more to say. Anything else? I asked, eyes wandering everywhere. I can barely look at her directly now. There is one more thing. Mia's face goes so red. It's almost painful to look at the other bottoms, the ones you wear underneath. Those don't fit either, but you're already wearing pants. I stare at her completely lost. Yes, but the underwear underneath. Don't tell me you're not wearing those either. Yeah, they really wouldn't go on. Mia clamps her lips shut. So mortified, she looks ready to disappear into the floor. Her pale face is red enough to bleed. You can wear mine. The words barely leave my mouth before I bolt into my bedroom, afraid of what might happen if I stay 1 second longer. Who could hold it together in this situation? Mia stands obediently by the bathroom door, steam still curling around her. The air laced with a light scent of body wash, tugging at something deep in my chest against my better judgment. I glance back, our eyes meet. Her gaze is soft and unguarded. Wet hair draped over pale, smooth shoulders, those long, straight legs practically glow. My heartbeat skyrockets. Did I just bring home a little succubus? I slam into my bedroom and lock the door. I lean against it and breathe deep again and again, until my heart rate drops back to something manageable. Then I tear through my closet and pull out a plain, white cotton tee and a pair of athletic shorts. I think for a moment, then sneak out a clean pair of boxers like I'm stealing something. Bundle it all into a ball and head back to the bathroom door. I clear my throat, doing my best to sound completely calm. The clothes are here, I'm leaving them on the doorknob. A few seconds of silence from inside, then and a sound barely louder than a breath. A soft, okay. The bathroom door creaks open, just a sliver, and a small damp arm, glowing with the fresh warmth of a shower, reaches out shyly. I shove the bundle into it as fast as possible. My fingers accidentally graze her skin. Cool and impossibly soft, a tingle shoots through me like a spark. The door shuts quickly. I stumble back 2 steps like a startled rabbit. Touch my nose without thinking. I noticed the air around me is thick with the sweet scent of that body wash. From behind the door comes quiet. Click of the lock, then the soft rustle of fabric. A moment later, small footsteps pad toward me. Ethan, I'm dressed. I finally turn around. Mia is wearing my oversized white tee, looking exactly like a kid who snuck into an adult's closet. The hem hangs so long it covers her completely. Leaving everything to the imagination, Mia bites her bottom lip hard. One hand desperately gripping the loose waistband to keep everything in place. The other fidgeting with the hem. The wide collar keeps sliding off one shoulder, revealing a perfect collarbone and a wide stretch of pale skin. This halfway covered look, compared to the more obvious view from before, carries a completely different kind of pull. Something dangerously innocent and deadly at the same time. My throat goes dry and tight. My eyes darting around the room and refuse to settle on her skin for more than a second. I finally force my gaze up to her still dripping hair. Why didn't you dry your hair? You'll catch a cold like that. I frowned slightly, my voice carrying a softness I don't even notice myself. Mia ducks her head sheepishly, cheeks flushed pink, her voice small and soft. I don't know how to use that loud blowing machine. I blink, then it hits me. She grew up in a remote mountain village. Never seeing a hairdryer is completely normal. My heart softens, I'll show you. I get up and head toward the bathroom. Mia follows like a little tail, one hand still clamped on her waistband, padding along behind me. I pull the hairdryer from the cabinet, plug it in and signal for her to stand still. Watch. It's simple, just press the switch. This side is hot air, that side is cool. As I demonstrate, the roar of the dryer fills the small space instantly. Mia's eyes go wide, staring at it like a kitten discovering a new toy. Now that you know, want to try it yourself. I hand it over. Mia hesitantly lets go of her waistband to reach for it. The waistband immediately gives up. Sliding down a full inch, she lets out a startled squeak, grabs the waistband with both hands and yanks it back up, face turning as red as a boiled shrimp. I spin away fast, feeling the heat rise to my own ears. Here, let me dry it for you. Your hands are a little busy. I make a quiet mental note. Tomorrow I am buying her elastic waistband pants. Mia makes a tiny sound of agreement, dips her head low, exposing a slender stretch of pale neck that looks impossibly well behaved. I stand behind her and switch on the dryer, my fingers clumsy but careful. Work through her damp strands of hair. The warm air stirs up something light and milky sweet, mixing with the body wash scent and drifting straight into my nose. Mia keeps her head down, feeling the warm air in my clumsy but gentle hands, lets her eyes drift half shut with quiet comfort. In this moment, she looks exactly like a lazy cat enjoying a slow grooming. Neither of us speaks, the only sound is the low hum of the dryer. The awkwardness from earlier melts away without me noticing, replaced by something quiet and warm and just a little charged. My heartbeat gradually settles. I look at the girl in the mirror, cheeks lightly flushed, eyes closed in quiet enjoyment. And for a second, I think maybe bringing this little troublemaker home wasn't such a bad thing. After all, when the hair is about 70% dry, I switch off the dryer, that's enough. Over drying damages, it let the rest air dry. Thank you, Ethan. Mia says softly, reaching up to touch her now fluffy hair. The corners of her lips lifting in a smile so sweet. It's almost too much. I glance at the clock. It's getting late, hey! Tomorrow morning, I'm taking you to the mall. You need some clothes that actually fit at that. Mia's head snaps up and starts shaking fast. No. It's okay, I'm fine in these. Don't waste your money, that's not an option. I cut her off, you can't wear my old clothes every day. My gaze drifts to the slipping neckline. That flash of white skin underneath and my throat moves. Doesn't fit at all. Mia follows my line of sight down to her hand, clenching the waistband and the gaping neckline. Her face floods red again and she can't get a single word out. You jerk! Where was he just looking? Doesn't he know that area is completely off limits for a girl? But Ethan is clearly a good person. He's so good looking too, he can't be some creep. Definitely not. Mia talks herself through the whole thing internally and concludes. She is, in fact, very clever. Fine. That's settled, I say, leaving no room for argument. Get some sleep. The guest room is ready for you. Fresh sheets and all. Mia nods obediently, still gripping that rebellious waistband, shuffling toward the guest room. At the doorway she stops, turns around. Her eyes are as clear as spring water. Her voice soft as cotton. Ethan, good night. Those 2 quiet words drift over me like a feather brushing my heart. Something in my chest trembles. Good night. The next morning, the first light of dawn slips through the curtain gap and lands on my face. I sit up half asleep, reach for my phone out of habit and check the time. 9:30. Muscle memory from years of trading kicks in. I open the stock app. Next second, I'm fully awake. That forgotten garbage stock I wrote off months ago is green across the board, locked at the daily gain limit. I mutter when luck comes. Nothing can stop it and my fingers move fast. Cash out without hesitation. A seasoned trader's rule, take the win and run. I watch the tens of thousands of yuan land in my account. My mood lifts immediately. No fortune, but it's enough for right now. Enough to get the little stray I brought home a proper wardrobe. I shuffle out of my bedroom in my slippers, and my nose catches something. A rich golden fried egg smell hits me. Why does my apartment smell like food? I follow the scent and find a small figure in the kitchen. Back turned to me, wearing my big tee. Her lower half looks like it forgot to show up. Those long pale legs are practically blinding. She's stretching up on her tiptoes for the overhead cabinet, and the oversized hem rides up, revealing a strip of creamy, smooth waist and a flat belly that makes my blood run hot. I cough loudly and look away with a guilty conscience. Eyes to yourself, eyes to yourself. Mia startles and spins around, clutching a bag of noodles. Ethan, you're up. She quickly drops back onto her heels, flustered. I just wanted to make you breakfast. A small thank you for taking me in. I walk over, taking in her adorably flustered little face. The noodles are already bubbling in the pot, a golden fried egg nestled beside them. Oh, you can cook. I follow the scent and find a small figure in the kitchen. Back home, I cooked every day. My mind flashes to the file. A gambling father, a mother gone too young. Something aches in my chest. I don't ask anything more. I just look at the pot bubbling away and say sincerely, that smells incredible. Looks like you know what you're doing. At the compliment, Mia's eyes light up instantly like a kid who just got candy. A wide, sweet smile breaking across her face. It'll be ready soon, Ethan. Go wash up. Sunlight falls across her profile. Her lashes flutter like butterfly wings. Looking at that pure, guileless smile, I suddenly feel like this morning is something special, not just because of the food. It's because this place finally has the warmth of another person in it. I guess a home really does need someone else in it to feel like one. But once she gets better, once she grows up, once she finds her footing in this big, bright world, this little bird is going to fly away eventually. Ethan, why are you just standing there? Her soft, puzzled voice pulls me back. Nothing quick, eat before the noodles get soggy, Ethan. I'm already eating, try some too. How is it? It's really good. What I don't tell her is that this is the first time a girl has ever made me breakfast. By the way, you came to the city to go to school, right? Looks like it's almost time. At the mention of school, something uncertain and panicked flickers across Mia's face. Her fingers clutch her hem tight. I don't want to go. Don't say that. I put on my most serious face. The firmest tone I have. You're exactly the age you should be in school. What else are you going to do? Well, Ethan, shouldn't someone your age have a job by now? Mia fires back weakly. What do kids know? Stay out of adult business. And I'm not a kid, I'm an adult. Don't change the subject, simple question. Do you want to go to school or not? Yes or no? If you want to, then we go. Mia looks up at me stunned. She stares at the certainty in my eyes. Then she bites her lip and gives a small, quiet nod. Something soft inside her breaks open. Her nose stings, her eyes go red. Tears pull at the edge of her lashes. School is actually something you can just go to if you want. No one had ever said that to her before. Her parents only ever said she was a waste of money, and that school was pointless for a girl like her. Ethan, does school really matter for a girl? Her voice cracks with held back tears. I see it immediately, the shimmer gathering in her eyes. I don't know, when those big eyes filled up completely. Of course it matters. You go to school for yourself. Every person has the right to an education. I'm at a loss. I can't figure out how she goes from fine to crying so fast. Your heart isn't just fragile on the outside, it's made of glass all the way through. What a heartbreakingly tender little crybaby. Ethan, can you just call me Mia from now on? She wipes her tears in this clumsy, obvious way, clearly thinking she's being subtle. The whole smudged mess falls right in my line of sight. Mia, why the sudden change? I ask, genuinely confused. No reason, it's a girl thing. Mia pouts, blinking those watery eyes. And for the first time, a tiny flash of playfulness crosses her face. Now, Mia, eat up. Happy meal times never last long enough. Before I know it, I'm folding the last piece of fried egg into my mouth. With a satisfied look, not bad at all. This girl can actually cook. I instinctively glance across the table at her, slurping noodles in tiny sips. And that neckline slides off again, exposing her collarbone in that patch of white. After breakfast, I'm taking you shopping at that. Mia freezes mid-bite. Her whole face says, no, Ethan, please don't spend more money. We're going. My tone is final. I just made some money in the market. Perfect timing to get you sorted. You can't keep wearing my clothes. And even though I just paid back my dad, funds are admittedly a little tight right now, but my content earnings should come through soon. This much I can handle, and worst case, I sell more stock, it's fine. Really, is it okay? A flicker of longing crosses Mia's eyes. What girl can say no to new clothes? But she genuinely doesn't want to be a burden. What's scared of draining my savings? Should we both go sleep under a bridge? I can't help teasing her. That's not it. I'll only get cheap things. Mia looks down at what she's currently wearing. Face going pink, then, thank you, Ethan. Consider it a loan, I'll pay you back. We power through the rest of breakfast and head straight to the nearby mall. Consider it her introduction to the city. Mia sticks close behind me like a startled little quail, her eyes drinking in the gleaming stores and unreachable mannequins in the windows full of shy, wide-eyed wonder. I catch every bit of it but say nothing. I lead her straight into a casual fashion store aimed at young women. The moment we step inside, Mia is dazzled by the rows and rows of clothing. Standing completely still, overwhelmed, this store is so big. She breathed, biting her lip, feet suddenly heavy as lead. Stop standing there, go look around. Whatever you like, just grab it. I give her shoulder a light pat to nudge her along. Thank you, Ethan. Mia agonizes for a long moment, then finally works up the nerve to drift toward the display. I've specifically chosen an affordable store, partly because my wallet is complaining, partly because I didn't want to overwhelm a girl who has never seen much of the world. But from the look on Mia's face, you'd think we were in a luxury boutique. She touches the hangers with the tips of her fingers and flinches back every time she flips a price tag, as if she might break something. I shake my head and laugh quietly. I walk over and quickly grab a few fresh basic tees and blouses, plus a little white dress, and pile them into her arms. Try these, this is way too many. Ethan Mia stares at the mountain in her arms, panicking, less talking. Just try them on. I steer her toward the fitting room. She shuffles along, creeping into the fitting room like a slow little snail. I drop into the waiting chair with the ease of a man, fully committed to his role. The waiting, a long time passes. Finally, the curtain shifts open just a crack. Mia peeks out, face flushed pink, her voice barely a thread. Ethan, is this dress a little too short? I look up, my breath catches. The soft white, square neck dress shows off her collarbone and swan-like neck, perfectly the cinched waist making her look impossibly slender. The hem stopping just above the knee. It's a completely normal length, but it makes those long pale legs look like they go on forever. Mia nervously yanks the hem down, refusing to meet my eyes. My throat goes tight. I give a strategic cough. It's fine. Not short at all. College girls wear this all the time. I keep a straight face, while fighting hard to keep my heartbeat in line. Just then, a saleswoman finishes with another customer and bounces over with a big smile, eyes scanning back and forth between us, smiling in a way that says she knows exactly what's going on. Hey there, buying clothes for your girlfriend. No, she's not. I instinctively start to clarify, but a saleswoman who's seen it all doesn't give me the chance. Oh, you two are such a perfect match. Honestly made for each other. Though looking at those dark circles, you two must not have slept much last night. Take care of yourselves? She winked with her entire face, practically spelling it out in neon. Mia completely short circuits. Her face floods red, her little hand clamps onto my sleeve, wanting to disappear into the floor or hide directly behind me. You've got it wrong, we're not. I try one more time. Oh, I understand completely. I understand, she says with the all-knowing look of someone who has seen it all. Sweetie, come over here. These new arrivals would look amazing on you. And wow, what she pulls out makes my pics look tame. All off-shoulder midriff bearing. Bold little sets, the kind that scream dangerous innocence me. Mia stares in total shock. Are these actually clothes that normal people wear? There's barely any fabric across the chest. If she had to walk out in that, she'd die of embarrassment. Mia's imagination runs wild. Immediately, she pictures herself wearing it and standing in front of me. She's practically steaming. In the end, I step in and take over, picking out a few basic tees and jeans, plus a few sets of proper underwear, and a pair of white canvas sneakers. Mia watches me swipe the card without a flinch. Not even blinking, she hugs the shopping bags to her chest, head bowed like a little quail, murmuring quietly, Ethan, I will pay you back every single penny of this, no matter what it takes. I reach over and ruffle her hair. It's money the market gave me. Easy come, easy go. You don't need to pay it back. Let's go home. Home? Mia holds her bags like she's holding the whole world. She turns that word over slowly in her mouth. Something in her eyes lights up in a way I've never seen before. Back at the apartment, Mia buzzes around like a busy little bee, hanging each piece of clothing into the closet like it's something precious. I pour a glass of water and lean against the wall, watching her busy little back, a smile creeping onto my face without me noticing. So, this is what it feels like to watch someone you've taken care of grow. When Mia finishes and turns around, her eyes land on the dusty digital photo frame on the TV stand. Old photos loop on the screen. Ethan, is that you from before? The smile on my face freezes. I walk over and pick up the frame, thumb gently brushing the dust from the screen. Yeah, taken back in college. Ancient history, college. Mia looks thoughtful. Her cheeks go pink for no obvious reason. Back then, she was probably just a little kid playing in the mud. That person in the photo, the one with the really sweet smile. Mia points at the bright girl in the picture, her voice dropping like she's confessing something. Was she your girlfriend? The air goes still for a few seconds. I flip the frame face down onto the cabinet with a sharp little click. Next, I say it like I'm talking about a stranger. Long over, Mia catches the shift in my mood right away. Curiosity flickers in those clear eyes, but she's smart enough to let it go. Honestly, after going through all of that, I think I'm over it. I pull at the corner of my mouth in something uglier than a smile, my voice heavy with a tired, bitter self-mockery. Love is a ghost, everyone's heard of it. Barely anyone's actually seen it. All that talk about forever is nonsense. Better off alone from here on. I'm done believing in any of it. I stare out the window blank, jaw set hard as stone, looking like someone who has truly shut his heart down and has no intention of opening it again. Mia stares at my profile. She hears it clearly. Beneath the performance of strength, loneliness and heartbreak ready to spill over her own chest, takes a sudden sharp hit, filling up with a thick, spreading ache. Why does watching Ethan hurt make her hurt too? Mia doesn't understand it and it frightens her a little. Ethan, my heart feels a little heavy right now. My grandma always said when you feel sad, a hug makes it better. So, would you maybe want me to hug you? My eyes go wide instantly. My whole expression locks up. My whole face is heating up at a terrifying speed. Ethan, I was just kidding. Mia's voice comes out uncertain. She doesn't know what she said wrong. Covering your real feelings with a joke, is the instinct of every genuinely sincere person. I turned toward her and let out a small smile. Thank you. Thank me for what? Mia is completely confused. She literally just said it was a joke. What is this big dumb me thanking her for? And she didn't even get to hug him. Something restless and unnamed stirs in her chest. The next morning, sunlight slips through the curtain gap and creeps across Mia's face. She's up unusually early today. Honestly, she barely slept. Just thinking about actually going to university, registration fills her with equal parts excitement and dread. The night before, after I sat her down for a proper conversation, Mia opened up about a lot of her past. Not all of it. There were still gaps and things she glossed over. But I got enough. She really had come here to study. To the city known as a romantic mountain destination and tourist haven. But the reason she couldn't sleep last night wasn't only about school. Every time certain images crossed her mind, her face burned when she finally drifted off in a half-sleep haze. She dreamed of winter, she dreamed of herself, Ethan together in a hotel, hot spring, and then, oh no, why would a girl dream something like that? This is the first time Mia has ever felt this kind of embarrassment. This feeling that everything is off. When in doubt, search the internet. Yesterday, I had given her an old phone to start learning with. In no time at all, Mia found some answers that made absolutely no sense to her. Left her face burning bright red. She nearly threw the phone across the room. When I yawn my way out of the bedroom, I immediately see Mia, sitting perfectly upright on the living room couch. Up this early, did you eat? Mia shakes her head, voice soft. I actually just got up a little while ago. I threw something together. Ethan, try it? It really is just something simple. Mia trots into the kitchen and brings out 2 plates from the microwave, made from last night's leftover rice and some sausage. It might not taste great, 2 white ceramic plates, each holding 2 neat triangular rice balls, topped with a careful sprinkle of sesame seeds. You don't need to make breakfast every morning. I used to skip it entirely, and honestly, breakfast never seemed like much. I pause, a flicker of something warm passing through my eyes. I pick one up and bite into it. This is good, my eyes light up. I finish it in a few bites and reach for the second one. It's really good, actually. Really good. The rice balls are nothing fancy, honestly. But I can't explain why they taste so good to me. What time did you get up to make these? Just a little early. Mia dips her head, fingers twisting together nervously. The tips of her ears are going slightly pink. In truth, she had gotten up much earlier and fumbled through several failed attempts before managing to make ones that actually looked presentable. I watched that little expression of hers, desperately wanting praise, but too shy to ask for it. And something in me quietly gives way. I know the truth, but don't say a word. I reach out and mess up her bangs instead. Thanks, little dummy. I'm not a dummy, I'm Mia. Smart Mia, oh. You'll prove it someday, Ethan. Mia puffs out her cheeks and grumbles under her breath, but the corners of her mouth keep pulling up, no matter how hard she fights it. After breakfast, I grab my car keys. Let's go, I'll drop you at school, Ethan. You're taking me yourself. Mia's eyes go instantly bright. What, you don't want to ride with me? I tease her with a grin. No, I love it. I just don't want to bother you. You owe me, pay it back slowly. I laugh, okay? She says quietly. So all of this counts as a debt. Mia's feelings get complicated all at once. A little tangled, she wants to give everything back. She really does, but even if she repays the money someday, that doesn't mean what she feels can be repaid. What can you even use to settle a debt like that? A word suddenly jumps into Mia's mind. Give herself to him. The thought barely forms before her face goes completely red. She bites her lip and drops her head, clutching the hem of her shirt with nervous, tight fingers, a little nervous. I glance over, Mia nods. But school isn't really what's got her nervous. It's Ethan, what's college actually like? A flicker of curiosity and confusion in her eyes. Same old classes, food, sleep. Not that different from high school. Except nobody's riding you every day. I tap the steering wheel. You picked economics right. Manageable workload. Good for your health too. Mia turns surprised. How do you know my major? I pause a beat, then lie without blinking. You told me last night? Forgot already. Mia blinks confused. She has zero memory of saying that. I smile once we get there. Go introduce yourself. It's time you made some new friends. I add, use the old phone I gave you. For now, it handles daily stuff fine. I'll get you a proper study setup soon. I think back to the monthly transfers I used to make to Vanessa. If I'd saved all that money, I could have bought a full, high-end gaming setup and still had enough left for dozens of fancy dinners. Every cent completely wasted. Mia nods dutifully 2 seconds later. She realizes what I just said. She waves her hands in a panic. No, you can't keep spending on me. I wasn't exactly counting pennies when I took you in. I shake my head with a smile. I already sent you some living expenses. Just use it. I don't need it. Mia flails. I have money. I raise an eyebrow from where I do. Her voice shrinks. Her eyes drift. I narrow mine. Quiet smile. I let it go. When you run out, tell me. Mia exhales and quietly presses a hand to her chest. Good, he didn't push, but she really can't let him keep spending on her. We pull up to the university gates. The freshman check-in area is loud and packed. I park and walk Mia all the way to the College of Liberal Arts registration desk. The advisor is a woman in her 30s. Black frame glasses. All business, Miss Lee? I step forward, hello. I ease Mia in front of me. This is my cousin Mia here to register today. Miss Lee pushes up her glasses, looks Mia over, then turns to me. Something shifts in her face. Her brow tightens. Your real cousin. Suspicion written all over her cousin. On my mom's side, I say steady. Her health isn't great, congenital heart condition. No intense physical activity. She can't get too emotionally worked up either. I'd appreciate it if you could keep an eye on her, Mrs. Lee's gaze moves back and forth between us. Then it lands on me. Where are her parents? I have the answer ready, working out of town. They asked me to look after her. Her medical records are in the car. I can get them if needed. Mia stands to the side, wide-eyed. How does he know all of this? Miss Lee is quiet for a moment. Then she turns sharply to Mia. What is this man to you? Mia blinks. He's Ethan. What kind of Ethan? Miss Lee presses. Eyes sharp, Mia's face goes completely red. Her fingers twist the hem of her shirt. She can't get a single word out. I sigh and step forward. Miss Lee, you can see she's a terrible liar. But you should also be able to see I'm not here with bad intentions. If I were, I wouldn't have brought her here at all. I can't watch over her when she's on campus. That's why I'm trusting you. If anything comes up, contact me directly. I hand her a card, already prepared. My number and address on it. She examines it, then looks at me hard. Her expression softens slightly. Alright, I'll keep an eye on her. But college isn't a daycare. At the end of the day, it's on the student. Understood, thank you. Miss Lee, I nodded and turned to Mia. I'll go get your training uniform. Fill out the forms and wait here. Once I'm out of earshot, Miss Lee leans in. Be straight with me. He's really not your boyfriend, or is he? She stops herself. She'd seen everything in this job. Mia's face burns hotter. She shakes her head hard. No, he's really just like a brother. Good. Miss Lee nods. College is full of temptations. A girl like you especially needs to protect herself. Come to me if anything's wrong. Don't be so quick to trust people outside of school. Mia nods, but inside she quietly pushes back. Ethan is not a bad person. The murmur doesn't escape Miss Lee. She sighs, caught between caution and helplessness. This girl is clearly pure and guileless, and that Miss Lee knows is exactly the kind who gets taken advantage of. By the time I come back with the training uniform, Mia has finished all the paperwork. All done, she says softly. Miss Lee said I can commute because of my condition perfect. I raise an eyebrow, saves me the trouble of filing for commuter status. Mia looks up startled. He'd already thought of that. I don't answer. I just shove the uniform into her arms here. Try it on, okay? She says softly. He can be blunt. She realizes oddly that she doesn't mind at all. There's something she likes about being looked after. Just do what Ethan says, he means well. The uniform is comically oversized on her cuffs. Rolled up several times, the jacket hangs past her hips. She looks like a little kid raiding her parents' closet. It's too big. Mia tugs the hem. Awkward doesn't matter. Still looks good on you. I'll swap it for a smaller size in a bit. I reach over and straighten her collar. Come on, let me show you the dorm. On the way to the dorm, I throw it out of nowhere. Did you apply for a student loan? Mia's eyes go wide. She nearly bites her tongue. I did. How does he know? She tried so hard to keep it from him. Which bank? How much? I keep going, just the one the school works with. $8,000 a year. Her voice gets smaller with every word. Her head droops toward her chest. Her nose prickles. Her eyes are going red without her even realizing it. I look at that face, too young, too honest to lie without blushing, and quietly exhale. Of course she went and took out a student loan behind my back. This dummy is $8,000 even enough. I ask flatly. Tuition and dorm fees are already over $5,000. The rest goes to living expenses. It's enough. It's definitely enough. Mia nods frantically. I don't eat much anyway. I don't say another word. I just reach over and ruffle her hair hard. You dummy. Mia freezes, staring at my back as I walk ahead. Is he mad? She jogs to catch up and tugs my sleeve carefully. Ethan, I'll pay back that loan myself. I promise I won't run from it. She's close to tears. Her pale fingers grip the fabric tight. She doesn't even realize how heartbreaking she looks. Eyes glistening. He's already done so much. She just can't keep pulling him in. That's the cafeteria, decent food. Cheap prices, libraries over there. Go whenever you can. Convenience store down that way has everything you need. I don't touch what she said. I just keep walking, pointing out every corner of campus. We reach the dorm building. I hand her the backpack. I'll stay here. Boys aren't exactly welcome up there. Here's your room number and key. Be good to your roommates, but don't go sharing everything with everyone. Mia nods firmly. Keep your phone off and on. You call me if anything happens. I add, pick me up tonight. Pick me up? Why? What else? I raise an eyebrow. You planning to actually live here? Bunk beds, 6 to a room. No air conditioning? Can your heart handle that? I actually can, she says quietly. Sure you can. I shake my head and cut her off. Have you ever lived with a group of people before? A pause. No. Mia drops her head, lips pressed tight. Quiet but with a face like hers. Even pouting is dangerously cute. Then that's settled. Doctor's orders. No stress for your heart. Communal living is too unpredictable. Go check out your room. I'll wait here. Something warm blooms in Mia's chest and something bittersweet too. She nods and turns toward the building just before the door. She can't help looking back. I'm still standing there waving. I'm just about to turn and swap the uniform when something soft crashes into my chest. Thank you, Ethan. Thank you for coming with me today. Her voice is warm and soft, but the hug catches me completely off guard. I go still. It's only after her figure disappears entirely that I snap back. Wait, did this girl just ambush hug me? Mia clutches her backpack and bolts up 3 flights of stairs. I settle into a cafe beside the dorm and check my phone. Fan group chat has flooded. I've been off the grid for a while. Ever since the breakup? Why haven't you posted seriously? Almost a week with nothing. Did he start dating someone? Are you kidding? He was already dating someone. I type back, personal stuff going on. No time for restaurant reviews. Back in a couple of days, the second I send it, the chat explodes. So you did break up. I knew it. She was bad news. Good riddance, don't be sad. Even if you die alone, we'll be sad for you. I watch these chaotic gremlins lose their minds and press my fingers to my temple. I type stop speculating. Back on schedule in a few days. I close the chat and look up. 3 girls are coming out of the building. Mia is sandwiched between her 2 roommates, cheeks flushed the moment she spots me. Her eyes light up, then she immediately looks down. Hi, you're Ethan, the food vlogger, right? Oh wow, I actually get to meet you in person. Yuki walks right up, bold as anything. We came down especially to walk your cousin out. Selena is holding back a grin. Beside her, Mia said she was worried you'd been waiting too long. She basically dragged us down here. I raise an eyebrow at Mia. She looks like she wants the ground to swallow her. I almost laugh thanks for looking out for her. I nod at the 2 of them. Mia doesn't know her way around much. I'm counting on you too. Is Mia so cozy? Is that his special nickname for her? Can we call her that too? I am totally shipping you two. Send me a wedding invite. Yuki and Selena exchange a look and both start cheering. I don't mind thick skin, Mia. On the other hand, her face goes the color of a ripe peach. I turn to her, got everything sorted. She nods, voice barely above a whisper. Ethan, can we go now? I catch the desperation in her eyes and get it immediately. We're heading out dinner on me sometime? Mia trails behind me like a little shadow all the way to the gate, then lets out a long breath. How are your roommates? I ask. They're great, really warm. Mia says quietly, they just kept asking what you are to me. I glance at her and what did you say? I said you were like a brother. She murmurs, eyes down. Wasn't that what you told? She sounds unsure even saying it. Good answer. I reach out to pat her head, then catch myself too familiar. I pull back and rub my nose. Awkward, right? Then my phone rings. I check. It's Gabe E. There's a new premium seafood buffet opening on the north side. I'm paying you and what have you even been doing? You're barely posting. Your hardcore fans are blowing up my phone. I've got them on speaker. Mia hears every word. Ethan, she says quietly, am I getting in the way of your work? I shake my head, not at all. I needed a break anyway. I was posting too much. Audiences need breathing room. But Mia keeps her head down, fingers twisting her sleeve. But they're all asking for you. Something about how small and guilty she looks makes me give in. I ruffle her hair the second my hand touches her. Mia goes still. She bites her lip, but there's a quiet little thrill flickering in her eyes. He ruffled my hair in public. Am I losing my mind? I said. It's fine, but if you really feel that bad about it, come help me shoot. Help you shoot. Mia stares at me completely blank. So, E, are you coming or not? Gabe is still going. I'm paying, man. You seriously not coming next time? I hang up. We get to the car. I pull open the passenger door. I watch Mia settle in and buckle up before walking around to my side. Mia watches the city blur past the window in silence. Then so quietly, Ethan, I'm never going to become a burden to you. She says it to the glass like she thinks I can't hear, but I catch every word. I pause and turn. She's still looking out the window. The fading sun softens her profile, but there's a fragility underneath. Her eyes are going red again. She's biting her lip, holding on. Why would you say that? What makes you think you're a burden? I slow the car and ask gently. Mia looks down, barely audible. Because I'm holding up your work. Your audience keeps asking, and I keep spending your money. I'm quiet for a moment, then I signal, pull over, and turn to face her fully. Look at me, she hesitates, then turns right into my gaze. First, I say word by word. Stop calling yourself a burden. I haven't spent that much. Second, my work is my business. You don't need to worry about it. I pause, my voice softens. And everything I've done, no one made me do it. I wanted to, you understand. Her eyes widen slightly. Her lashes tremble. A gloss of tears builds at the edge. She opens her mouth, then closes it. Just nods. I look at her and shake my head with a quiet laugh. Dummy, how can anyone be this clueless? Then I think about how completely Vanessa had me fooled, and the laugh turns rueful. 2 dummies, neither of us has any room to talk. 2 dummies actually sounds like a decent match. Wait, no. Ethan, stop. I shake it off and press the gas. The sunset catches the side of Mia's face. I reach for the rear view mirror and accidentally catch her lashes. Gilded gold by the light skin like snow. Soft and lovely in a way she doesn't seem to know. Beautiful. The word slips out, the sunset. Mia asks, puzzled, I meant you. The moment I say it, Mia's face goes as warm as the sky. Inside the seafood buffet, I hold up the camera and frame a shot of the beautifully plated sashimi. The lobster here is genuinely impressive. Fresh with a satisfying bite, I keep my commentary smooth and professional. But out of the corner of my eye, Mia sits across from me gripping her chopsticks, completely lost in front of the spread. All of this is just help yourself. The dummy is tearing up. She's actually tearing up. I kill the recording and lean in, barely holding back a smile. What's wrong? Don't know where to start. Mia's face goes instantly red. Her fingers knot together. I've never had any of this before. She says, voice barely a whisper. Head down, the back of her neck is faintly pink. The loose collar of her hoodie has slipped, just enough to show a glimpse of her collarbone. I watch her all flustered and lost and feel a tug of something I can't quite name. I pick up a shrimp, peel it clean, dip it in sauce, and set it on her plate. Try it. Mia looks up. Her eyes are bright. Thank you, Ethan. She says softly and carefully lifts the piece to her mouth. The next second, her eyes light up like she's seeing stars. It's so good, her eyes were filled with delight. Then she catches herself and covers her mouth. Cheeks pink, I shake my head with a smile. I hit record again on camera. I'm easy and smooth, witty, natural, entertaining. Nothing like the guarded version of me most people know. Mia nibbles the shrimp I peeled for her and steals glances my way. He's really something when he's working. Then she remembers what Yuki said back in the dorm room. Mia, your guy is a pretty well-known local food vlogger. He used to bring his girlfriend on camera all the time. Back then, something had quietly snagged in Mia's chest. Now watching me talk effortlessly into the camera. A flicker of conflict crosses her eyes. A moment passes, she bites her lip. When I pause recording again, she speaks up softly, Ethan. What's up? I look at her hesitating. Cheeks already red, her fingers twist the hem of her sleeve. Her voice gets smaller, Ethan. Could you film me too? The second it's out, she wants to disappear. Her ears are burning red. She regrets it the moment she speaks. But it's already out there. She's mortified, heart in a tangle. How could she do something so out of line? I blink, genuinely caught off guard. Since when did you want to be on camera? I do. She trails off, nothing more coming. What? Because she heard my ex used to appear on camera. She could never say that out loud. I watch her squirm, embarrassed, adorable, and I basically figured it out. This girl's got a competitive streak. I feel like messing with her, being on camera is not a bad idea. But you'd have to act natural. Not like right now, head buried in your chest, before the words are even out. Mia's head snaps up, she sits bolt upright. I can do it. The movement is so sudden, her elbow nearly sends the juice flying. I catch the cup in time, but my grin is out of control. This dummy is genuinely too much easy. Nobody's rushing you just then. A familiar voice comes from the aisle. What? What the heck? You said you weren't coming and you just brought a girl instead. I turn around, Gabe is standing in the aisle. Jaw drops, his eyes dart back and forth between me and Mia. Like he can't process what he's seeing. Gabe clutches his chest like he's been personally wronged. Don't play dumb? You only asked me because your girlfriend bailed on you. And didn't you just say you were broke? But somehow you can afford a seafood buffet and I can't be here. My family doesn't own this place. You know, if you can eat here, so can I. You turned down my invite and turned right around to come here with a girl. Did you even think about how that makes me feel? Gabe sputters like I've stabbed him in the lung. He grumbles a few more seconds and his gaze shifts. He flashes Mia a big grin. Hey Mia, good to see you again. Mia smiles back. A little flushed high. Don't be nervous. I'm one of the good ones. Just like Ethan over there. Gabe's still grinning, then he looks up and meets my death stare. He immediately rubs his nose and looks away. Speaking of which, Gabe's face falls. Yeah, my girlfriend's been impossible lately. Always working late, can't get her to show up for anything. He grumbles, then something clicks. His expression goes serious. Hey, remind Mia, don't walk alone at night. There's been a stalker in this area. My expression shifts since when? Just recently, Gabe says, multiple reports, no arrest yet. He glances at his phone. Oh shoot, I gotta go, got a gaming session. He catches the look on my face and nearly bursts out laughing. Got you one little prod? And you showed your hand, but underneath the amusement, Gabe feels genuinely pleased. You want good things for the people you care about. Vanessa was never right for him. Mia, though. She's a good fit, I frowned. Turning it over the stalker thing is serious. I'll have to pick Mia up and drop her off every day from now on. But then I think back to that smirk on Gabe's face as he left, and it hits me that guy was testing me and I walked right into it. After we finish eating, I shoot a few more cutaway clips. Then I finally get up and head out with Mia. The street outside is lit up. Night breeze, cool. Mia blinks and says quietly, Ethan, that seafood was really expensive. Can we not go somewhere so pricey next time? I raise an eyebrow. What? You didn't like it? No. No, Mia shakes her head hard. It was amazing, but it's such a waste of money. I ruffle her hair, you dummy. This is a work meal. It's expensive. It isn't actually. I just don't want her feeling guilty. Mia nods, half understanding, and clearly buys it completely. Come on, there's a buy one. Get one deal at that tea shop. I point down the street. Newly opened place skimps on drinks. I'm actually thirsty. I'll get them my treat, Ethan. Wait here, don't wander off. Mia is flustered, but her eyes are firm. She doesn't wait for an answer and trots off toward the shop. I watch her cross the street in the evening light. Bright young, full of energy, a smile creeps onto my face. How can this dummy be so endearing? But the good mood doesn't last. Ethan, a cold, clear voice from behind me. My ex, Vanessa. Of course I turn around. She's standing a few feet away in a blazer. That familiar fake smile in place? It really is you. She steps closer. Looks me overtone breezy. Shooting restaurant reviews alone. Not really your style. Can't find anyone to eat with these days. The dig is obvious. I can't help but laugh. Sounds like someone's worked up. First time I've seen her like this. What's so funny? Vanessa bites her lip. Barely there frown. She doesn't like my reaction at all. Nothing. My voice is flat. I smile. Just thinking, you really haven't changed? Vanessa's face darkens. She hates this about me. Nothing to his name yet. Always so unbothered. Like nothing can touch him. Whether I've changed isn't the point. Her voice drops a degree. You are Ethan? Look at yourself after everything we had. All those years. My youth wasted on a man who can't get his act together. What are you going to give me back for that? Her voice climbs tears, threatening. Now she stares at me, searching for shame, for guilt, but something's off. Why does he look more amused by the second? I'm about to turn and walk away when a small, cool hand closes around my right hand. Warm and soft time stops. Vanessa's eyes go wide, mouth open, frozen. One look at that flawless, guileless face, and something in Vanessa's chest goes tight. Irritation surges then, a soft, slightly shy voice, Ethan? Orchid latte, low sugar. I remembered you said you like it that way. Take a slow breath, not because of the drink, because my heart needs a moment. She went to get drinks. Why? Why is she holding my hand? This girl is wrecking me. I look down. Mia is holding 2 cups looking up at me, eyes bright, like Vanessa doesn't exist. Vanessa's gaze sweeps over Mia, that impossibly pretty face, the pale, slender neck, those long legs, her eyes go cold. Who are you? Mia seems to notice Vanessa for the first time. Her eyes widen slightly. She edges closer to me. Ethan, who is she? Before I can answer, Vanessa cuts in cold and deliberate. I'm his girlfriend. She drags out the last word, eyes dropping pointedly to our joined hands. And what are you to him? Mia's face goes red. She instinctively tries to let go. I tighten my grip. Sorry. Not girlfriend, ex-girlfriend. No emotion in my voice. The words aren't really for Vanessa. They're for the girl standing next to me holding 2 cups of tea. Before I can say more, Mia seems to gather herself. She steps half a step forward and looks up at Vanessa. Her voice is soft, but there's something solid underneath it. Ethan, you should drink your tea. The staff said the cream has to be had within 5 minutes or it won't taste right. Her voice is timid, but there's an unmistakable stubbornness in it. Something warm surges in my chest. I take the cup and take a sip. Good. Mia's eyes brighten. Something invisible hums between us. A quiet current that shuts out everything else. Vanessa stands there, face going pale. Then flushed, she looks at Mia's flawless face, then at the way I've softened, and something clogs in her chest. But she can't lose it in front of a girl like this. She forces a stiff smile. How sweet of you. But a word of advice, be practical. When it comes to guys, being caring isn't enough. A man needs financial stability. She glances at me meaningfully. Otherwise, he can't even afford a wedding. Such a shame. Mia makes a small sound. I catch the exact moment the light in her eyes dims. She looks at me, and what fills her eyes isn't disappointment or sadness. It's something aching and full. It's pity, Ethan. So this is what your relationship was like. I'm glad you got out. You should never have to go through something like that again. Mia bites her lip. Feeling in her eyes is spilling over. Something shifts across my face. An emotion I can't name spreads through my chest. Vanessa stares. What kind of expression is that? She can't read it at all. Her fingers pressed tight together like throwing a punch at nothing. She looks at Mia's earnest face, then at me, clearly trying not to laugh, and opens her mouth. Nothing comes out, Ethan. After everything we had, you can really just let it go. She waits. I've drunk half the tea. She finally plays the card. Give me a break, I say. You were the one who broke up with me. I love you, but I can't wait forever. I quote it back at her word for word with a smile. Vanessa snaps. She shoots me one furious glare. Spits out, don't come crying to me, and storms off. I watch her go and shake my head. The past is the past, nothing worth holding on to. I turn to Mia. She's quietly pressing a hand to her chest, exhaling like she just survived something. Not bad, Mia. I raise an eyebrow. Didn't know you had that in you. Little piranha. Mia's face goes red. She looks down and mumbles. I wasn't trying to bother her. I just wanted you to drink your tea. Her fingers twist at her sleeve. Even the tips of her ears are red. I look at her and something in me goes completely soft. I reach over and ruffle her hair. Let's go home, Mia nods. She quietly takes my hand again, but this time I can feel her trembling more than before. Hey, I stopped the girl who was smiling a minute ago. Her eyes are tinged red now. Lamplight falls soft across her face. This girl who was clearly terrified but still stepped in. In front of me, something in a corner of my chest takes a sharp hit. Nothing, she says. Mia drops every wall. She's always like this with me. Completely unguarded emotions rushing in without warning. You were worried about me. I look at her and smile enough to cry over it. I see the tears in her eyes and wonder for a second if I'm reading too much into this. Then Mia nods hard. Ethan, can I hug you? She bites her lip. A tear rolls down. She can't hold it back. Hug. I think of a joke I never finished, and something stirs deep in my chest. Is this what it feels like? I hesitate for 1 second. Then, feeling wind's dummy, I step forward and pull this little crybaby into my arms. I'm not a dummy. Mia is very smart. She hiccups through the tears. The hug breaks her open, crying and laughing at once. Face a total mess, okay? Okay, you're a very smart crybaby. No, I'm not a crybaby. I hold her gently. Something warm runs through me. Okay, no more crying. I'm here, Ethan. Will you always be here? I pause. Then I nod yes. Around the corner, Vanessa hasn't gone far. She looks back and sees them. Her heart skips. Something sour and regretful floods in fast. She shakes her head hard, pushes it down. What does it matter? He's broke. No future. She made the right call. So why does watching him smile at someone else hurt this much? Vanessa bites her lip and disappears into the dark. The next day, a voice from inside the advisor's office at Shancheng University. I knock and step in. Huh? Ethan here to pick up Mia again. Miss Lee was filling out paperwork. The moment she sees me, she brightens. A completely different woman from registration day. Mia has been wonderful these past 2 weeks. She can't do intense exercise, but she still helps carry things. Hands out water, everyone loves her. I lean against the desk and smile without thinking. Yeah, that's her, terrified of being a burden to anyone. Miss Lee studies me. Mia tells me you come every day, and that you rearrange your whole schedule for it. I shake my head. It's nothing. My schedule's flexible anyway. I just don't feel right letting her walk alone. Miss Lee smiles honestly. At first, I thought you might be up to something. I was wrong. Her tone turned sincere. What you've done for this girl. Even a real brother might not go this far. I pause and rub my nose. An image flashes through my mind. One, I shouldn't be thinking about this. Praise is not entirely deserved. I change the subject fast. She looks fragile, but inside she's stubborn as anything. Miss Lee sighs. She told me quietly. She's going to study hard and pay you back every cent. She said that to me too. I shake my head. I never expected her to. What worries me more is her health. Her next checkup is probably in winter. Miss Lee gives me a long look, which is exactly why I said you're not an ordinary person. Then she pivots, by the way. Are you single? Something shifts in her eyes. These two kids, they'd actually make a lovely pair. Where did that come from? I'm still scrambling for an answer when the door taps open. Miss Lee, I'm turning in my training reflection. Mia's head peeks around the door. She sees me, her eyes light up instantly. Ethan, what are you doing here? The oversized training uniform makes her look even more slight than usual. I take her document and pass them to Miss Lee, then pull a cold water bottle from my bag and hand it to her. Just passing by, figured I'd take you home. She beams, thank you. She takes a sip, eyes curving. She's so much more cheerful than 2 weeks ago. Miss Lee remarks, making water taste sweet. Now Miss Lee watches us, a warm, knowing smile spreading across her face. She can't help herself. Mia's cheeks go pink. Miss Lee signs the documents. Still smiling, all right. Military training is officially over. Go rest up, thank you. Miss Lee, Mia bows politely, then immediately grabs my sleeve. We'll head out now, go. Miss Lee shakes her head, watching us leave. Young people these days. She's still smiling as we disappear through the door. Outside, the sun is warm and sharp. I take her backpack, it's heavy. What's in here? Water and snacks from classmates. Mia says, a little sheepish. They kept insisting I only took stuff from the girls. I turned down everything from the guys. Nobody asked. I ruffle her hair with a grin. But inside, I feel something. She huffs what I could tell you'd want to know. Is it weird that I kinda did? Just then, a few girls catch up, grinning. Mia, is this the one who picks you up every day? He's really good looking. Yuki grins. No wonder Mia disappears. The second class ends every night. Selena joins in, right? We couldn't figure out where she kept vanishing to stop it. I don't run. I just don't want Ethan waiting too long. Mia protests, face red. I watch her flustered face and laugh. I nod at the two roommates. Thanks for looking after Mia. Dinner on me sometime. The easy, affectionate way he says her name sets everyone off. The girls burst out laughing. Come on, Selena. We are not being the third wheels here. We'll leave you two alone. Bye, Mia. Bye, brother-in-law. That last word hits Mia like a bucket of cold water. Her eyes go wide. Her face goes the color of a ripe apple. My brain short circuits for a second. That's a serious joke to be making. Wait, Mia is an adult. Nothing about this is technically but 8 years is a real gap. I shake my head at myself with a helpless laugh. What have I been thinking lately? Mia watches the roommates leave and mumbles, red-faced. They're always like that. Don't take it seriously. I pat her head and decide to mess with her. I don't mind, they're cute. Especially the one with short hair. Seems like a fun personality. Mia stops walking stiff. Yuki is popular. She says, voice dry. A lot of guys like her. The sourness in her tone is impossible to miss. Her eyes are already getting watery. I see the danger and immediately backtrack. Dummy, I was joking. All of them combined aren't as cute as my Mia. Mia looks up, wide-eyed, her eyes go bright as stars. The tears evaporate, she turns her face away. Shy, who's your dappled sunlight falls across her flushed profile. Long lashes cast faint shadows. Her lips slightly pursed. Catch the light? I stare a beat too long. My heart drops a beat without permission. The moment we're home, Mia tears off the training uniform and changes into shorts and a tee. Those long, pale legs are suddenly everywhere. In the living room, she sorts through the gifts from training and chatters away. Ethan, were you just looking at my legs? I was zoning out and the question cuts right through it. I clear my throat awkwardly. They're impossibly long and pale. I have no business imagining anything beyond that. Of course, as a man of integrity, I was thinking absolutely nothing of the sort. A principled man has a clear conscience. Looking is instinct. Even a saint would look twice. Admitting it out loud is another matter entirely. And then the doorbell rings. Thank goodness I seize the excuse and bolt for the door. It's Gabe. He's holding a cardboard box and looks deeply wronged by life. I'm the most put upon man in the world. You're again doing your dirty work. Watch your mouth. Mia's here. I say it with a grin. Oh, Mia. Gabe rolls his eyes. Fine. Here's all the junk you asked for. Laptop, tablet, camera. I have no idea why I'm digging up these antiques. Didn't we agree back at graduation? Store them at my dad's place. Open them in 10 years like a time capsule. Special circumstances, you wouldn't get it. I shake my head and call out Mia. Come here a sec. Mia trots over, blinking at me with those big curious eyes. This is the tech I used in college? Just sitting around, take it. You won't let me buy you anything new. This is just recycling, no excuse to say no. I set the box on the coffee table. Mia opens it. The items are old but clearly well cared for. She starts waving her hands immediately. I can't accept this. Gabe flops onto the couch. Just take it. It's collecting dust. He bought this tablet saying he'd learned to draw, used it maybe 3 times. Before it became the late night movie machine in the dorm. I shoot him a look. Gabe zips his mouth shut and mimes locking it. I turn to Mia. This model isn't worth much anymore anyway, but it's more than enough for reading slides and taking notes. College assignments pile up. The phone won't cut it at the mention of writing. Mia's eyes light up, and not because of homework. She's been looking for a place to put something down. Seriously, can you two stop making eyes at each other? In the middle of the day, Gabe senses what's coming and gets up right. I've got things to do. I'm out. I see him out, set down the laptop, and press the tablet into Mia's hands. Take it. Consider it a gift for surviving military training. Mia runs her fingers over the cool metal casing. After a long pause, she says softly, Thank you, Ethan. When I earn money someday, I'll pay you back, sure. I say with a smile, no rush. I don't really take it that seriously. Then a notification pops up on my phone. I stare at it. What? Mia leans in curiously. I tilt the screen toward her. The buffet video just went viral. Hit 1 million views. Seems I'm pretty popular right now. In the video, Mia's taking tiny bites of ice cream. The comments are wall to wall. She's adorable. Everyone wants her contact. Mia stares at the screen, genuinely baffled so many people. She assumes it's because I shoot good videos. Nothing to do with her. Thank you for that. I ruffle her hair. Half the comments are fans here for you. Not me, so next time. Can we shoot together again? Mia blinks, knowing the views translate to money. Knowing it helps, she feels quietly pleased with herself. What are you grinning about? I look at her baffled. This dummy smile is genuinely devastating. I'm not smiling. Mia's cheeks go pink and she buries her face like an ostrich. After my shower, I find Mia cross-legged on the couch, tablet in her arms, writing with careful, deliberate strokes. What are you up to? I stroll over and ask. She's in her new pajamas. Neckline slightly loose, legs curled. Little toes hooked soft and still as a cat. She hears me and immediately kills the screen. Hiding the tablet, you're done. Her pretty face is full of guilty panic. I raise an eyebrow, grinning. What's with the secrecy? Nothing. Nothing. Mia waves her hand, just writing in my journal. I unlock my phone. The cloud sync never lies right there in the Notes app. A draft title stares back at me. Mia's Rebirth Diary. This dummy is writing a novel. I can barely hold back the laugh. Get some sleep. Don't wear yourself out. Training was rough. It wasn't rough at all. You're the one who had it rough. Picking me up every single day. Mia shakes her head and retreats to her room. Tablet clutched to her chest. You're the one who's been working hard. Go to sleep. An hour later. I'm lying in bed, wide awake, thinking back over these weeks. Everything has shifted in ways I didn't see coming. Knock, knock, knock. A timid sound from outside my door. I get up and open it. Mia is standing there hugging a pillow. Face impossibly soft in the light. What's wrong? She looks up at me. Eyes bright, voice like something weightless. Ethan, just my name. No title. It stops me cold. Mia bites her lip. Could I call you that sometimes without the other part? She looks down after saying it. The way she'd been calling felt polite, distant. She doesn't want that anymore. I blink. I'm 8 years older than you. Maybe just call me Uncle. Mia scrunches her face, mimics my glare, then bolts back to her room and nearly trips over herself on the way. It's just a name, whatever makes you happy. I call after her, laughing quietly. Good night, Ethan. Her eyes are bright enough to light the hallway, like she's just unlocked something. Too excited to good night. Dummy Mia, I smile. Very smart and very clever Mia. Mia puts her hands on her hips and huffs. Summer fades into fall. I sit at my desk, fingers tapping idly, eyes drifting toward the couch without meaning to. Mia is cross-legged on the couch, wrestling with homework, pen in hand, brow furrowed, completely focused. Shanshan's autumn hits fast. It's barely 50 degrees outside and the wall heater's already running. Yet inside, we're still in light clothes. Not that I'm complaining, I've always run warm. And the view, this homework is brutal. Ethan, come help me, I don't get it. Mia looks up suddenly and catches me staring with zero shame. She blinks like a lazy cat, then looks away as if nothing happened. We know each other well enough by now. If I want to look, I'll look. I clear my throat with purpose and sit down beside her. Which one? Her shower fresh scent hits me immediately. I instinctively lean back and take the textbook. This economics model, I can't figure it out. She leans in to point at the page. Her hair brushes my arm, barely there, but I feel it like a small shock. I pull my focus back to the problem. This is easy, pay attention. Look here, Mia picks things up fast. Every time I explain something, she gets it almost immediately. Never takes much effort. You're really smart. I give her a genuine thumbs up. Of course, whose Mia do you think this is? She seems to genuinely enjoy being doted on like this. That stops me. Has she been getting more flirtatious lately? No, impossible. Absolutely not by the time we finish. It's nearly dark. I glance at the window. Want to catch a movie? A movie. Mia sits straight up with you, really, yeah. You've never actually been to a theater. Have you? The theater's close? We walk over. Mia practically bounces with every step, ponytail swinging, and the sunset catches her lashes and turns them gold. Something about that moment stops me cold. Is it really that exciting? I can't help laughing. Of course it is. Her eyes are full of tiny sparks. Why though? I push because she starts, then flashes a sly grin, not telling you, and she darts ahead. The sunset lights up her profile like something out of a painting. Inside the theater, I grab a cola and popcorn. When I get back, she's staring up at a movie poster, completely lost in thought. The lobby light is so soft on her face. It's almost unfair popcorn. I'd already bought it. Those curious eyes were glued to the machine the whole time. Didn't need to ask, I've never had it before. Mia shakes her head, staring at the bucket like it's a foreign object. First time for everything. Go ahead, Mia purses her lips. She is curious, but last time, Ethan took her to that authentic Hangzhou cuisine place and swore it was 100% authentic. She called him a liar and a villain afterwards. The fish looked beautiful, tasted like a crime against nature. But this time I haven't led her astray. The second the popcorn hits her tongue, her eyes go wide. It's good. It's so good. I watch her chipmunk cheeks working away with complete satisfaction, and my grin just takes over. You little food monster, I tease. Mia shakes her head like a rattle drum. I'm not a food monster. Then who's been going left, right without stopping? Mia doesn't know what you're talking about. She gives me the most innocent look, then grabs another fistful and shoves it in. The movie wraps up fast, generic coming-of-age plot, but they squeezed in every emotional beat possible. Only reason I picked it was everything else was worse. That was so sad, that poor girl. How could he make her do that? They were already married. Mia takes the tissue I hand her and blows her nose hard. They worked so hard to be together. We're almost at the exit. People are staring. Actually, they got divorced after that. The second I say it, Mia lets out a wail and cries even harder. Disaster. I want to smack myself. Why would I say that? I shut up immediately, Ethan. What if Mia starts eyes wet? Then whatever she was about to say hits her, and her face goes bright red. She swallows it, something like, what if she had his baby? But that's way too far ahead. And she doesn't even entirely know how any of that works. Her biology teacher always skipped that chapter. The textbook was no clearer. Ethan, do you know specifically what a guy and a girl have to do to have a baby? She looks up at me completely genuine. Mia's little comment about having kids hits me like a thunderbolt. I'm completely blindsided. My brain just short circuits. I can't get a single word out straight, and my face burns red all the way to my ears. Of course, she acts like she's just discovered something amazing, pointing right at me and gasping. Wait, you're blushing too. I awkwardly look away and laugh it off. Let's talk about that later. Way later, she nods sweetly. Okay, later it is. Those innocent eyes make my guilt spike through the roof. She clearly has no idea what that really means. Whatever I say goes, we barely step out of the mall when the sky decides to throw a tantrum and it starts pouring. I curse myself for not driving. I spot a convenience store across the street and decide to make a run for it. I'm tough enough, a little rain won't kill me, but Mia is fragile as glass. If she gets sick, that's a whole disaster. Stay here, I'll grab an umbrella. I'm just about to take off when a small, ice-cold hand yanks me back. I turn around and there she is biting her lip, that stubborn little look on her face. You'll get soaked, I try to explain. But she won't let go. Can you just listen for once? I sigh. No. She actually talks back for the first time ever. Flat out refuses. If I go buy an umbrella, I'll get wet too. Does that not matter? I go completely silent. Nissa used to just blame me for forgetting the umbrella. She never once cared what happened to me. Sure, we could take a cab, but we'd still get soaked walking into the building. Same result either way. I'm about to mention a backup plan when Mia suddenly tilts her head up and looks at me, eyes full of starlight. Ethan, don't you want to run through the rain with me? And just like that, like I'm under some kind of spell. I nod. We dive into the rain together and she takes off like a kid set free, laughing and running, her soaked hair plastered against her cheeks. I follow close behind, watching that light. Carefree silhouette, and I feel something rise in my chest, something I haven't felt in a long time, something pure and simple. By the time we make it back downstairs, both completely soaked in the elevator, Mia hangs her head and then out of nowhere lets out a massive sneeze. See, you're getting sick. I grumble out loud, but inside I'm worried sick. It's fine, she says, rubbing her rosy little nose, eyes shining brighter than any light in the elevator. Today was so much fun. Those words stop me cold. Back home, I hustle her straight into the bathroom and head to the balcony to cool off in the cold air. Out of habit, I open Mia's rebirth diary. As her #1 silent reader, I realize pretty fast this is no rebirth story. It's basically Mia's personal love diary. I flip to the latest chapter, and the title hits me, Running in the Rain Together. Posted 3 hours ago, the top comment reads, Running in the Rain Together is literally a cheat code for falling in love. My heart skips a beat. I'm still processing that when the bathroom door cracks open, and a small dripping, soft little hand reaches out. Ethan, I forgot my towel. Can you grab one? I'm internally screaming. This girl is going to be the death of me. But I just call back coming and rush to hand it over. My fingertips accidentally graze that soft warmth, and I feel like I've grabbed a live wire. By the time she comes out toweling her hair, my face is still burning. What's wrong with you? Your face is so red, she leans in to ask. Same as you, just happy. I shoot back with a grin, mimicking her tone. And that's how our little life goes. Quiet, unhurried, and somehow sweeter than anything I've known. The weekend rolls around, and I'm at my desk doing research when the door quietly opens. Mia walks in cradling a slice of tiramisu, grinning ear to ear. Afternoon tea time. I instinctively reach for the browser to close the tab. Too slow, she sets down the cake and her eyes land on my screen. Heart valve replacement surgery cost estimate. The air goes still. I clear my throat and grab the cake. Thanks, perfect timing. I'm starving. Mia doesn't say a word. Her fingers twist the hem of her shirt, and her eyes fill with something warm and aching. She knows I've been worrying about her condition, even researching surgery costs. The truth is, she's been grinding away at her novel too, earning some money though. It's nowhere near the hundreds of thousands the surgery will cost. She just doesn't want to owe me more. How could she ever confess her feelings to someone she's already so indebted to? This cake is great. Where did you get the spending money? I tease, trying to cheer her. Up secret, I have my own savings. She lifts her chin, working part-time. Thank you very much. She puffs up her little chest like a squirrel guarding its stash. I play dumb and nod along, even though I already know exactly what she's up to. Just taking the apple she peeled for me. When the doorbell blares out of nowhere, usually it's only Gabe who shows up unannounced. But that guy is currently posting vacation photos online. Confused, I get up to answer. Mia freezes like a startled rabbit, looks down at her thin pajamas, and quietly slips back to her room to change. I open the door, and there stands a middle-aged man who looks about 50% like me. Briefcase in hand, shoulders still damp from the rain. Dad, why are you here? I'm completely floored. I'm your father. Why can't I come? Victor grunts and strides right into the living room. He's just about to light a cigarette when the bedroom door opens, and Mia walks out freshly changed. For one whole second, the room goes dead silent. I take one look at my dad's frozen face and think two words. We're done. There is no explanation in the world that's going to save me now. I look at the old man, Victor, and his expression is priceless. I kind of want to laugh. He pulls off his glasses, rubs his eyes, then opens them wide again. Those sharp old businessman eyes, jaw hanging open. Mia, meanwhile, turns beet red like a startled little bird and instinctively steps behind me, head down, voice barely above a whisper. Hello, sir. Victor blinks, nods slowly, then snaps his gaze to me. Full interrogation mode, girlfriend, friend. I keep my face calm, helplessly spreading my hands. A friend wearing slippers in your apartment. Victor gives me a look, his eyes sweeping the balcony like a radar. Women's clothes hanging out to dry. Then settling back on Mia. I can read every layer of that complicated look. The kid that Vanessa before was no good. Now he's broke, but his taste is upgraded. Trading up, huh? I watch him try to act authoritative while clearly dying to interfere. And I think this man really has no business sticking his nose in. A friend stays over and I need to file a report. I fire back, my name is on the lease. I decide who stays here. Do I need to submit a formal application? Victor looks like he might combust from how infuriating I am. He's about to slam the table when Mia quietly slips into the kitchen and calls back, face flushed. Please have a seat, sir. I'll get you some water. Watching her little figure bustle around, I feel something warm settle in my chest. Victor quietly gives me a thumbs up, leaning close and lowering his voice. Not bad, kid. Don't get ideas, she's like a little sister. I don't bother explaining further. She's the one I borrowed money to help. Victor pushes back annoyed. I nod, voice dropping. Congenital heart disease? I'm not making this up. The moment I say it, Victor goes still. The suspicion in his eyes fades, replaced by something complicated. A moment later, Mia comes out carrying a warm cup of water. Nervously biting her lip, Victor drops his act. This time he takes a sip and asks casually, what's your name? Can you cook? I'm Mia, yes. Just a little, she says. Sweet as a kid confessing to a teacher. I raise an eyebrow to myself. Just a little, she cooks like a professional chef. Worried Victor will start bossing her around. I cut in fast, her heart isn't great. Don't have her cooking, let's go out. My treat, it's fine. Mia pipes up, eyes bright and eager. Let me cook for you. I just bought groceries. Hope you don't mind, sir. I watch her tie on her apron and disappear into the kitchen, and I'm about to follow when Victor grabs my arm and pulls me down. Sit, talk to your old man. The sound of chopping drifts in from the kitchen, while the living room goes icy quiet. I'm not taking over the family business. I say. Victor's face goes red. One day you're going to be the death of me, and then you'll be sorry, Dad. Times have changed. I say, resigned. I know that industry of his is already dying, running on fumes from the glory days. Cutting losses now is the smart move. But this old man is stubborn as a mule, dead set on passing the business to his son. We've been at a standstill for over half a year with no contact, and out of nowhere he shows up today. Before he even finishes his big speech, I quietly excuse myself and slip into the kitchen. Mia is chopping away efficiently. I grab a potato and start peeling and slicing it. Like I've done it 100 times. Why aren't you keeping your dad company? Mia gives me a concerned glance. 3 sentences in and we're already fighting. Better I help you cook. I smile and watch her focused profile. And I think this side-by-side in the kitchen beats inheriting any business. Before long, Victor creeps up to the kitchen doorway and peeks in. I turn around and catch him looking pleased. He pulls me aside and whispers, this girl is solid, the kind you build a life with. If you can get her to marry into this family, I'll let you do whatever you want with the business. I'll write my will right now and leave everything to you too. I just stare at him, this stubborn old man, willing to show every card he has just to get me back in line. I glare at him, keep your voice down. Don't freak her out. Dinner becomes a one-man show starring Victor. He raves about every dish, insists the pork rib soup reminds him of something he used to make, and drinks it with a glowing, satisfied face. I can't resist. Oh man, I made that soup. His smile collapses instantly. He shoves the bowl away in disgust. Get out of here, fine. More for me, it's a loud, chaotic dinner, but it's warm in all the right ways. The moment I set down my chopsticks, I'm promptly assigned to do the dishes through the kitchen window. I watch Victor's usually cold face go soft and warm. As he leans close to Mia whispering something, I think, did this old man secretly take acting classes in the living room? Victor drops his armor completely like a friendly neighbor. Mia, that boy Ethan. He's got a rough temper and he's stubborn as a rock. But he's loyal to the bone, and he's got feelings for you. So what do you think of him? Mia nervously picks at the edge of the table, head bowed low, voice barely a whisper. Ethan is wonderful, but sir, I don't think I'm good enough for him. She says it, her eyes go red. All the insecurity and hurt she's been holding are finally breaking through nonsense. Victor's eyes go sharp, then soften. Love isn't about being worthy. If 2 people feel the same way, that's all that matters. That stubborn kid running into you is the luckiest thing that's ever happened to him. Mia lifts her head, eyes brimming with tears, and asks in a trembling voice, but his ex hurt him so badly? What if he's closed himself off for good at that? Victor blinks, then bursts out laughing like it's the funniest thing he's ever heard. So loud, I poke my head out from the kitchen. He points straight at me, red-faced and wheezing, then winks at Mia. Don't believe any of that. That boy has been waiting for exactly someone like you. I stand by the window, watching the rain slow down. listening to the laughter from the living room. And for the first time, this cramped little apartment actually feels like a home. I shake my head and go back to the dishes. Even through the glass, I can feel my dad's restless eyes on me. Where is the powerful businessman now? His eyes are practically sparkling with mischief. The picture of a shameless old man handing out dating advice. I scrub the dishes on autopilot, one ear tuned to the living room. Just keep doing what you're doing. His deliberately hushed voice carries right to me. Ethan is just too stubborn to admit it. But trust me, he's thrilled on the inside. Just be yourself. You'll have him wrapped around your finger. My hands stop moving. I internally curse. This old man has been plotting my love life since I was in kindergarten, and now he's hit the jackpot without even trying. His scheming is so blatant. I can practically feel it on my face. Is that really okay? Mia's voice is full of uncertainty, a flicker of hope and even more fear. I can picture her perfectly right now, fingers twisted together, like a kid who thinks she's done something wrong, small and sincere all at once. I can even imagine what's going through her head. A sick girl like me, a small town nobody who had to look up how to make small talk. Did someone like me really deserve him? At that thought, something sharp twists in my chest. There's only me in this kitchen. If something else is in here with me, it must be a ghost. Victor chuckles, then turns uncharacteristically serious. I just need to ask you one thing. You genuinely want to be by that stubborn kid's side, right? Yes, this time Mia's voice doesn't waver for a single second. Then let me teach you something, Victor says after I leave tonight. Ask him this. He leans in and whispers something in her ear. Mia's eyes go wide as saucers. She looks completely stunned. I finished the last dish, pushed the door open, and walked right into the old man's face, wearing the most self-satisfied grin I've ever seen. I shoot him a look. Stop corrupting her, Mia. Don't listen to his nonsense. Get out of here. Show some respect. Victor snaps back into grumpy dad mode instantly. Then after a beat of silence, his voice goes soft in a way I almost never hear. Tell me, what are your actual plans going forward? I pause since the whole loan incident. This is the first time he's actually tried to talk to me like a person. Mia reads the room perfectly, grabs her notebook and slips into the bedroom, giving space to us two awkward men. Don't talk to me about that influencer stuff. Victor snorts, but his eyes drift almost against his will, to the faint gray at my temples. I'm only in my 50s. I'm not ready to be stressed to death by you. The videos are just the start. Next step, I'm building a media company. I look him straight in the eyes, voice steady and sure, a media company. You think that compares to my construction empire? You mean the one whose revenue has been cut in half and is basically on life support? I say it clean and direct. Victor starts to flare up. Then the air goes out of him. He stares at me for a long moment, like he's seeing his grown son clearly for the very first time. After a long silence, he finally squeezes out. So what exactly is this media thing? Walk me through it. That gets me. I actually feel something. Step forward and give him a proud pat on the shoulder. Dad, you've finally grown up. You little, I'm nowhere near retirement age. Behind the cracked bedroom door, Mia watches us bicker and banter, eyes going quietly pink in this strange city. From this seemingly cold and stubborn old man, she feels something she's always longed for, that clumsy, fierce kind of fatherly love. The conversation ends in a strange kind of peace. After seeing Victor out, the apartment goes quiet again. Nothing but the soft patter of rain outside. I'm about to head back when I stop. Mia is standing in the middle of the living room, head down, hands behind her back, looking like she's working up to the speech of her life. What's going on? I walk toward her, my voice going soft on its own. Mia's head snaps up. Her cheeks are so red they look like they might actually bleed. Breathless, she fires the secret weapon Victor taught her. Ethan, what kind of girl do you like? I blank completely. 10 full seconds of silence. My brain is spinning. Did this girl just become an assassin? Since when did she get this dangerous? So why are you asking? I grab my cup and take a long, strategic sip of water, eyes drifting toward the rain outside. I just want to know, she says, stubborn as a broken record, tugging at her hem, stealing a glance at me, then looking away like she's been caught. I set down my cup and sigh. Cute, kind, gentle, pretty. That's about it. Every word I say. Her eyes get a little brighter. The smile she's trying to hide just keeps sneaking out. I'm laughing on the inside. This girl, could she be any more obvious? But then I shift gears, voice going quiet. Most importantly, genuine, loyal, someone you can build a real life with. That kind of person is rare these days. Old memories surface, and right then, Mia's crystal clear gaze hits me square in the chest, and my heart skips without permission. I would never be like that, Mia. Only the words reach her lips, and she slaps her hand over her mouth. It's late. I'm going to sleep. Good night. I watch her practically flee into her room and slam the door. I lean against mine, pressing my hand hard against my chest. Why is it beating this fast? She's 18, she's still sick, and here I am catching feelings. Ethan, you are the absolute worst. I pull up my phone and drop a bombshell in my fan group chat. Guys, what if there's this gorgeous, sweet girl with serious congenital heart disease who cooks for me every day, and she's clearly got a crush on me and I'm catching feelings? Does that make me a terrible person? 3 seconds of silence, then the spam army floods in. Bro, you have completely lost it. Delete whatever romance novel you've been reading. Oh, sure. Asking for a friend, nothing to see here, folks. Streamer has officially lost his mind over a girl. I lock my screen. I listen to the faint sounds from the next room and laugh at myself. This rainy night feels endless. Watching the spam army flood the chat with the same tired jokes, I sigh, absolutely useless. I get up and walk to the balcony. The sharp cold snaps me awake. My hand moves to my pocket on instinct, fingers closing around a pack of cigarettes. I hesitate, then yank it out and toss it clean into the trash. That's it, I'm done, I mutter under my breath. Truth is, I haven't touched a cigarette since Mia moved in. Not because of the doctor's orders about secondhand smoke, but because somewhere deep down, I feel like someone that pure shouldn't have to breathe in any of my mess. I stand there scowling, the restlessness of withdrawal radiating off me. Ethan, what's wrong? A small head peeks through the bedroom door. Mia looks at me like a startled deer, confused and worried all at once. The storm on my face clears instantly. I manage a smile so soft it almost embarrasses me. Nothing, go to sleep, okay? I am very well behaved, she mutters softly. Then, like she's just remembered something, she lifts her chin with a little burst of courage. Then you have to go to sleep too. I pause, then laugh. Deal, good night. I watch her close the door, and that strange unease in my chest finally loosens just a little. December in Chongqing cold bites all the way to the bone. The day of Mia's follow-up appointment. The sky is clear, but the air is brutal and dry. I grip the steering wheel, eyes drifting to the passenger seat. Mia's fingers are twisted tight. Head bowed low, I put away every trace of humor and focus on the road. My knuckles go white on the wheel, pressing deep into the leather. It's just a routine checkup. Nothing to be scared of, but the dread sitting in my gut right now is worse than the time I sneaked into Victor's Moutai stash as a kid. Then something cool settles on the back of my hand, a small hand resting gently. Ethan, are you nervous? Her touch is ice cold and it makes my heart skip hard. I blink, then scoff, please. I'm just worried that someone is going to panic the moment she sees the doctor, and I'll have to spend the whole time calming her down. So annoying I won't, and nobody asked you to. Mia presses her lips together, but the smile at the corner of her mouth refuses to hide. Walking into the hospital, the smell of disinfectant hits me like a wall. It never bothered me before, but today it's sharp and suffocating, and I'm frowning before I even realize it. Still saying you're not nervous. Mia mutters head down, wearing that little smug look that says she's had my number for a while. I'm about to fire back, but she grabs my arm, face pink, and marches us forward. We walk straight into a fork in the hallway. If you don't want me to be nervous, maybe watch where you're going. I keep my face blank and point at the sign, Mia. That's the men's restroom. She leaps back like a cat that just got its tail stepped on. And somehow, most of the weight on my chest lifts with it. When the results come in, the doctor sends Mia to wait and turns to me. Family member, please follow me to my office. The word family member lands in my ears like a heavy contract. Something lurches in my chest, but I keep my face steady. I ruffle Mia's hair, stay right here. Don't wander off, I'll be right back. Inside the office, the doctor's expression is grave. He pushes up his glasses and sighs. Conservative treatment is no longer a long-term option. The strain on her heart is constant. Waiting any longer is too dangerous. Fortunately, she's been well taken care of recently. I recommend scheduling the corrective surgery. Within the next 6 months, my throat goes dry, my clenched fists are damp with cold sweat. After the surgery, can she live a normal life? If it's successful, absolutely. But this is a high-level procedure. The lead surgeon's schedule is difficult to get. You'll need to start making arrangements now. I hear what he isn't saying. That's how the adult world works. Understood? And the success rate? My voice comes out rougher than I expect. Very favorable, the doctor says with a calm smile. Go be with her. Nurses mentioned that every other word out of her mouth during the exam was about you. My face goes warm despite everything. I take a deep breath, step out of the office, and the moment the door opens, I put on an easy smile. This weight is mine to carry. No reason to let her worry too. But the second I'm out the door, Gabe calls. I hold up my phone to Mia, where she's sitting on the bench. 3 minutes phone call. She nods. She sits there alone in the cold, legs swaying gently. But when I hang up 3 minutes later and turn back, she's gone. The bench is empty. Nothing but cold wind in that instant. My heart stops. A fear I've never felt before floods through me. Cold sweat soaking through my shirt. In seconds, where is she? My heart is slamming against my ribs as I rush back inside, eyes cutting frantically through the crowd. And then I catch a glimpse of Mia's slight frame slipping out of the doctor's office. The moment I see her familiar face, every muscle in my body uncoils. But my back is already soaked through 26 years of living. And this is the first time a girl has ever scared me like this. But the moment Mia spots me, she drops her head like a kid caught doing something wrong. My brow knits tight, my stomach drops. Did she overhear something? Or did she ask the doctor something she wasn't supposed to? I close the distance in a few quick strides, forcing myself to stay calm. Keeping my voice steady. What are you doing, wandering over here? She looks up, expression perfectly normal. There's even a small smile on her lips. Nothing, just ask the doctor about some follow-up care. Let's go home. Those eyes are clear as water. Her voice is completely natural. I can't find a single crack in her story. The knot in my chest slowly loosens. All right, let's go home. Out of habit, I reach for her bag and she instinctively pulls back. I freeze. She seems to catch herself, too, and quickly holds it out. It's a little heavy, sorry. I take it without a word. The bag is in my hand, but that uneasy feeling in my gut grows wild like weeds. I walk ahead, not seeing what's happening behind me. Mia gripping tightly onto a folded slip of paper in her pocket. The surgery cost estimate $70,000. She bites her pale lip, staring at my back. This time she wants to handle it herself. She can't keep owing me more right then. My voice cuts through the air beside her. That little head of yours isn't busy calculating how to pay me back. Is it? Mia startles so hard her whole body jolts. Her face goes instantly red. No, of course not. Looking at her completely flustered face, I'm somewhere between amused and exasperated. You spend your days thinking about how to repay a rich guy. Isn't that kind of adorably dumb? And then her lip trembles. Her eyes go red in an instant, voice dropping to a whisper. I am dumb, okay? I backpedal at full speed. No, my Mia is the smartest person alive. Even if the sky fell, you'd still be the smartest. I'm the dumb one that gets her. She laughs through her tears, sniffles, and goes, yeah, you're dumb, I'm smart. I look at that triumphant little smirk, and I'm pretty sure I just got played. No way, absolutely no way. I clear my throat and drop the act. Mia, listen. Right now, getting better is all that matters. Stop torturing yourself with thoughts about being a burden. I keep my voice breezy. I sold off all the manhwa I swiped from Victor's stash over the years. More than enough to cover your surgery. I've got plenty of ways to make money. That amount is nothing to me. Before I can finish something, soft slam straight into my chest. She just throws herself into my arms. No warning at all. The doctor happens to step out of the office at exactly this moment and catches the whole scene. A slow knowing smile spreading across his face. Why are you so good to me? Mia's face is buried in my chest, voice thick, desperate to hide her tears. That question sits too heavy. My mind is a mess, forget it. I wrap my arms around her. We stand there in the hospital hallway, holding on like the rest of the world doesn't exist. Then she mumbles into my chest, Ethan, I've given you nothing and you're still this good to me. You're even dumber than I am. Serves you right that I'm stuck to you. I smile that soft, indulgent kind fine by me. Stick around as long as you want. And right when the moment is perfect, a voice booms from down the hall. Hey, you two done hugging yet? You're blocking the nurses. I grab Mia's hand and we bolt. Move. We don't stop until we're well clear. Then we both seem to realize at the same time. Our hands fly apart like we've touched a live wire. How is holding hands more electrifying than that hug? Something is seriously off with this timeline. No, there's nothing romantic about this. I refuse to take advantage of someone in this situation. New Year's Eve sneaks up fast. Victor finally unfreezes my funds. Money and company registered. Studio rented, everything is falling into place. I'm at my desk, going hard on a video edit when the doorbell goes off like an alarm. Mia is tucked in the back room. She doesn't hear it, so I get up. I pull the door open, and Gabe's annoyingly handsome face is right there. Mr. Gabe here to shoot a sponsored video. Since I've been hitting him up for investment money lately, what, not happy to see me? Your studio renovation has been driving me crazy. Gabe strolls in like he owns the place and collapses into a chair. Look at you living the good life. This is what a happy family man looks like. Family man, please. I don't even look up, fingers flying across the keyboard. It's not even a holiday, what brings the great Gabe to my humble place. And then he shrugs and drops it. I quit, walked out. The keyboard goes silent. I look up. You just quit cold turkey. What's your plan? Come work with me. I'll give you equity. Get out of here. Gabe laughs. I'm not signing my life away. What kind of friend do you think I am? The broke kind from what I heard. Didn't you borrow from your dad last time? Get lost, we look at each other and laugh. Here's a friendship packed into that one exchange. No words needed. Then I notice a bag by his feet. Hey, what's in there? I stare at the black backpack and narrow my eyes. Real men don't carry bags. Gabe just grins wide. None of your business, man. Relax. I shake my head and mutter something not very polite. We fall into easy small talk. Then the little office door opens. Mia shuffles out, rubbing sleepy eyes. Clearly just finished a draft. She blinks at Gabe, then gives him a little wave. Hey, Gabe. Her face wrapped in that thick scarf. She looks impossibly cute. And Gabe, the moment he sees her, lets his mouth run ahead of his brain. Hey, you filled out. I give him a look. Mia just blinks. Completely lost, Gabe slaps his own forehead. I mean, you look so much healthier. But internally, he's stunned. I've been feeding this girl like it's my full-time job. Truly, something else? I guess I did put on a little. Mia admits, dropping her head, fingers twisting at her sleeve. I've been taking her to every upscale buffet in Shancheng, premium Wagyu king crab, practically a weekly routine. My wallet is suffering, but watching Mia eat well, that's what matters. She's gained nearly 20 pounds in no time. And right then, Gabe squints with that troublemaking look of his. Looks like someone's been well fed by Ethan, huh? Mia's face explodes red and she nods enthusiastically. Ethan really did feed me well last night. She's thinking about last night, me hand-feeding her salmon. Her heart skipping a beat, but the way those words land in Gabe's ears, completely different picture. He fed you last night? His eyes nearly pop out of his head. Jaw wide open, these two are out here dropping couple goals. Content in public, why did he even come today? Gabe starts to leave, then spins back with a sly grin. Ethan, I got you a one-of-a-kind New Year's gift. Every alarm in my head goes off. I step in front of Mia. I know this man. That face means trouble. I'm warning you, Mia's heart isn't great. Don't pull anything. A girl comes along and suddenly you forget your friends. Gabe immediately goes full drama mode, reaching for eye drops like he's about to cry. Mia laughs, but something warm blooms in her chest. Ethan is this protective, this tense just for her. How is he this good? She's tearing up again just thinking about it. Gabe panics a second he sees her eyes go red. Hey, don't cry. I'm being serious. Just open it. This one's specifically for you, Ethan. I take it. It's a custom figurine and printed on the front in big letters. Big boss, I just stare at it. What even is this? It's to celebrate your new company. Gabe grins all puppy eyes. I give him a flat look. Drop the act. I know there's more out with it. There's no way this is the whole gift. He's up to something. Gabe awkwardly scratches his nose and reaches reluctantly back into the bag. It's actually really cute, Mia says genuinely, secretly thrilled. She feels like she's part of whatever Ethan is building, like she had a hand in it somehow. Then the next second, she goes completely still, like lightning just struck her. She stares at what Gabe pulls out. Same packaging, same style, same flashy design, but the words on this one. Boss Lady Tada, New Year's gift set one for each of you. Gabe waves the Boss Lady figurine right in her face. Mia's face floods red so fast you can actually watch it happen. That I stiffened and turned on him. Where did you even find this stuff? Custom made for you two. Gabe looks absolutely pleased with himself. What, Mia doesn't like it? Fine. I'll just throw it out besides. Ethan clearly doesn't want it either. And just as Gabe moves to toss it, a tiny, quiet but very firm voice cuts through Gabe. Mia's head snaps up. She's biting her lip so hard. Face so red, it looks painful. That could you maybe not throw it away? And it all clicks. This guy set the whole thing up. Every bit of it. I shoot him a look that could end lives. He pretends not to notice and just laughs at Mia. Moving fast, huh? But heads up, the Boss Lady figurine was made as a set. Couples only, non-negotiable. That lands like a blade. Mia's blush drops all the way to her collarbone. She knows she overreacted. And yet she still clutches it like a tiny, determined hamster and mutters. It's not like there's a real boss lady yet. I'll just hold on to it for now. But what if there is one someday? Gabe presses absolutely relentless. Mia has nothing, she stutters. Fumbles and gives up, bearing her face lower and lower. Watching her cradle that ridiculous little figurine like it's precious. Something slams into my chest. A wave of warmth I can't name. And Mia suddenly looks straight at me. Completely serious, Ethan. Gabe put thought into this. You better take good care of yours. I smile and nod, but my head is a mess. Silly girl. Is it really Gabe's gesture you care about, or something else entirely? The night air is electric. Mia grabs my hand and drags me through a hidden shortcut, sneaking us into the Shancheng University campus. The lights are blazing, the New Year celebration is in full swing. There's a shortcut here. Gabe and I went to this school and never once found it. I'm genuinely impressed. Mia blinks with pure satisfaction, then pulls out 2 tickets like she's presenting treasure. Don't worry, tickets handled. I even got you a visitor pass. This much preparation, you've been planning this for a while. I tease, obviously. I really wanted to bring you here. Her eyes are literally brighter than the stars. Where did you get the tickets anyway? Not easy to get. Yuki gave them to me, said her friend, bailed last minute. So she had an extra. Mia's fingers tighten until they go white, and her eyes drift just a little. I see right through it. This girl went through so much trouble just to bring me here. Something warm floods through me. Inside the place is packed. I can feel eyes on us from every direction. More than when I used to show up with Vanessa. It hits me only now. The girl I took in without thinking twice is turning heads everywhere. Ethan, what are you spacing out about? Mia tilts her head at me. Was I smile back. You absolutely were, she says, then catches the way I'm looking at her and her face goes warm. In an instant, right on cue. Yuki and Selena appear both wearing matching knowing grins. I knew it. Mia begged for those tickets. It's Ethan this, Ethan that every single day. Yuki's voice could fill a stadium. Saw this coming. I produced 2 fruit candies and popped them into their mouths before they can say another word. I turn back and walk straight into 2 big, hopeful eyes. Ethan, do I get a candy too? I clear my throat and pull a bucket of fresh, steaming popcorn out of my bag like magic. Is that just for me? Mia's eyes overflow with delight. Dream on, it's for your roommate. I say it just to mess with her. No, it's not. This is mine. She transforms into a tiny, fierce tiger hugging that popcorn bucket tight against her chest. I flip through the program. Yuki shoved at me, lots of singing and dancing tonight. You should get up there. I know her voice is something else. Not a chance, Mia says flatly. I smile and shake my head, eyes drifting out toward the crowd. You deserve a bigger, brighter stage. Go see more of the world at the word future. A flicker of light crosses Mia's eyes, then dies just as fast. Her head drops low, her voice shrinks to almost nothing. If I sign up, I'd have to rehearse then. I can't stick around you. I don't even know if I'll have a future. I just want more time with you. Those words hit like a hammer, slamming straight into my chest. My composure solid as stone until now. Nearly shatters. Don't say things like that. I look her dead in the eyes. Every word deliberate. Your future is long. You hear me without thinking. I reach out and take her small, delicate hand in mine. The noise of the whole crowd drops away. All I can hear is my own heartbeat. Ethan, you're kind of scary right now. Mia stares at me in a daze, murmuring to herself, I've never seen you like this. But with her hand in mine, something inside her settles quietly and completely. The stage blazes with light. Mia watches the show. I can only watch her. She has no idea. She's been sitting at the top of the campus beauty rankings by a landslide, the warm glow. I study the flush of her profile and lose myself. Ever since this girl showed up, my life has been turned upside down. She went from a fragile porcelain doll to the bright, lively girl standing next to me now, who will tell me without hesitation that she wants to stay by my side. My brain goes fuzzy. I'm done for this time. I've actually fallen, and right at that moment, chaos. Yuki suddenly grabs her throat and wails, Mia, I'm done for. My throat is killing me. My performance is ruined. She clings to Mia's sleeve, looking utterly pitiful, while her eyes keep sneaking glances at me. I stare. This acting is embarrassingly bad. Anyone could see through it. But of course, Mia believes every word, spinning around in a panic. If you can't sing, what are you going to do? You're up so soon. Yuki doubles down, then pivots in a flash and grabs Mia's arm. It's a duet with Zach, a little happiness. Mia, I need you. Please go on for me. You have such a beautiful voice, please. Mia looks like she's just seen a ghost. She shakes her head in a blur. No, that it's a guy-girl duet. Watching all this, I smile to myself. About to call Yuki out when Miss Lee, the student advisor, walks over at exactly the wrong moment. Yuki launches into a full briefing and pitches Mia hard. Miss Lee studies us both, then breaks into a smile. Ethan, you're a great singer. You even recorded a song for the anniversary event a few years back. Perfect for a love duet. Take Mia up there with you. I blink, Miss Lee. What kind of logic is that? Singing with a male classmate is inappropriate, but singing with me is fine. You're the one stirring things up here. Is this okay? Mia shrinks behind me, small hand gripping the back of my jacket. I feel her trembling and every hard edge in me just melts. I lean down and murmur, what do you say? Give it a shot. I've got you. Is it really okay? She asks. Still lost. It's more than okay. I grin and give her a nudge. Mia chews her lip and wrestles with it and finally nods. Neither of us notices. Yuki and Miss Lee exchange a glance behind our backs and share a very deliberate wink. Meanwhile, in a corner of the audience, Vanessa is scrolling her phone, complaining to Summer that the whole night is boring. Summer rolls her eyes. Don't throw my kindness back at me. I fought for these tickets. Summer is Vanessa's best friend and coworker. She dragged her here to clear her head. She knows Vanessa's ex is Ethan, the food blogger. She also knows there's a new girl in his videos now. Broke up out of nowhere and moved on without skipping a beat. What a guy. Summer curses him silently. Just then, the MC's voice booms across the hall. Please enjoy a little happiness. Performed by Mia and Ethan. The name hits like a slap. Vanessa's head snaps up, face full of disbelief. Ethan, is that a coincidence? Her heart seizes and starts pounding. It has to be. Then, the next second, I walk Mia into the spotlight. The crowd erupts. Isn't that the campus beauty? Who's that guy next to her? They look incredible together. Mia's lips are drained of color. I feel her tension and give her hand a gentle squeeze. Don't be scared, just follow me. Same as when we sang at home. If the crowd is too much, just look at me. She nods firmly and something in her steadies. Meanwhile, Yuki, whose throat was apparently dying 2 minutes ago, is now miraculously cured, screaming her head off. Get together already. Kiss, have babies. Her partner, Zach, walks over wearing the most pained expression. Yuki, what is your deal? I got all ready for this, and now I'm just standing here. Zach, don't be upset. I'm doing this for a friend's happiness. Yuki bats her eyes. I'll make it up to you. Dinner fancy buffet on me. The mention of a free meal dissolves every last bit of Zach's frustration, especially since he's had a crush on Yuki forever. The intro ends. I go first. My voice, low and warm, reaches every corner of the room. I hear raindrops fall on the green. I hear the distant school bell ring, but I don't hear your voice calling out my name. The whole venue holds its breath. Then Mia's voice comes in, bright and sweet, and the two of us blend together in a way that feels almost impossible. Like we were made for this. Yuki had drilled this song into her so many times, and even performing it for the first time, her natural talent just shines through. Why did it take so long to see? Meeting you is the best thing in my life. We sing face to face, eyes locked, perfectly in sync, looking at me. Every trace of her nerves dissolves. In this moment, I'm all she sees. The audience is completely gone, lost in the warmth of it all. But no one notices Vanessa in the corner. Face drained, white flakes of mascara fall. Her fingers shake. She stares at the stage, at me, familiar and foreign all at once, and at that radiant girl beside me. Vanessa, you okay? Summer stares at her, genuinely frightened. Vanessa says nothing. Her nails dig into her palms. Why her eyes sting red. Her mind spinning. She was the one who left him for her future, for something better. So why does it hurt this much? The song swells to its peak. Mia's eyes look like they're holding stars. Her gaze is rooted on me, but the moment our eyes meet, she ducks her head with a shy smile, then steals another glance. A second later, the song ends. One beat of silence, then the crowd explodes. Oh my, I'm complete. Yuki's shriek cuts through everything. It's only when I take Mia's hand to take a bow that she snaps back to reality. Her face goes completely red. Her hand has been held so many times tonight. Her heart is bubbling. Her fingers tighten instinctively around mine. It's so warm and she truly doesn't want to let go. Backstage, Mia's face is bright red, and she immediately goes on the attack. This is all your fault for pushing me up there. This little coward thinks blaming me first will hide how pleased she actually is. I look at her and barely hold back a grin. I call it out without mercy. Someone wanted to go up there. I won't say who, but it definitely wasn't me. Caught. Mia's face goes even redder. She fumbles, then gives in. Fine, I wanted to go happy. She sees my smug face and pouts right back at me. Ethan, didn't you want to sing with me? I did more than anything. I look at her when I say it, and in that moment, everything beautiful in the world feels like less than what's standing right in front of me. The night wraps up. We walk side by side down the street, our shadows stretching long. Ethan, I have something for you. Under the moonlight, her voice is soft as cotton candy. What is it? I blink. My first thought is food because she feeds me so often. And I actually am a little hungry, yeah? But one look at how serious she is, my heart skips hard. What on earth did she prepare? The night deepens. Campus lampposts cast warm golden halos into the winter dark. Mia looks at me, I look at her. The only sound between us is the soft cross of our breathing. After a few seconds of silence, I break it with forced ease. Please tell me it's food, because I'm actually kind of hungry. It's not food. Mia stamps her foot with a little huff. Her cheeks glow soft pink in the moonlight. She digs around in her little bag for a long moment and pulls out a small handmade thing. A good luck charm, I go. Still, light blue fabric with 2 crooked characters stitched on the front. The uneven seams make it obvious this was made by someone learning as they went. The red cord knot is barely holding together. A true beginner's masterpiece. Ethan, this is for you. She holds it out with both hands carefully, eyes darting away. It's your New Year's gift. Do you like it? You can hang it in your car or keep it with you. I reach out and take it, my fingertips brush the cool of her palm. She yanks her hand back like she's touched something hot. Ears flushing red at a speed you can actually watch. I love it, anything from you. I love it. The words come out as easy as breathing. You made this yourself. I turn it over and something soft deep inside me gets quietly hit. This is the first time a girl has ever made something by hand. Just for me, Mia nods. Voice barely above a whisper. It took a long time. My fingers got pricked by the needle. So many times it's getting late. Mia is fading fast when she gets drowsy. Her brain slows, and when her brain slows, things slip out the second she realizes what she just said. She tries to hide her hand behind her back, but I catch her wrist. There's no wound left to see. But her words just jab something in my chest. Ethan, I lied. The needle barely got me really. Mia pouts and defends herself, looking equal parts pitiful and adorable dummy. I run my thumb gently over her fingertips. My voice carries more tenderness than I even realize. Don't push yourself like that. I can't bring myself to scold her. All I can do is curse myself internally. I've been so buried in work, I completely forgot to get her anything for New Year's. But I wanted to give you something. Mia murmurs softly, then she suddenly remembers something and adds quickly, Ethan, you're not allowed to make fun of it. It might look a little rough, but I really truly put my heart into it. Her voice is small and soft, and it lands on my heart like something heavy. I look at the crooked stitching and let out a quiet laugh. It is a little rough, honestly. I meet her wounded look and carefully tuck the charm into the inner pocket of my jacket, patting it against my chest, but I really love it. Those soft words push back the cold of the winter night. Mia pulls herself deeper into her coat, warm from the inside out. Her bright eyes curve into little crescent moons. Is this the only one you made? I ask casually. Just one. Mia blinks and lies quietly, pressing her fingers against the identical one still in her pocket. Silly Ethan, as if there's only one. Everyone knows these things only work in pairs. But nothing she does escapes me. My eyes catch the movement. Something unnamed stirs in my chest. Suddenly, I feel like I have to do something right now. Want to take a selfie? I hold up my phone with a grin. Commemorate someone's first handmade gift to me. A selfie with you. Mia blinks wide. Taking a photo with a guy? She's never done that in her entire life. Her heart jumps, then she panics. She's not wearing any makeup. All her roommates always have a full face on. Mia never really learned and barely owns any. You're beautiful just standing there. I say it simply and mean it. Mia goes pink from the compliment. How do we do this? It gives way to curiosity. She leans in at my direction, her shoulder just barely touching my arm. Still a little nervous, but mostly unable to contain how happy she is. I haven't even said smile yet. Why are you already grinning? I'm still getting the angle. Don't waste a good expression. Oh, should I be serious? Then Mia blinks and tries, can't you tell I'm smiling? Because I'm happy even the great Ethan has his slow moments. Mia acts like she's made a world-shaking discovery and smiles even brighter. Why do you keep grinning like that? I tease I'll smile if I want. Not your business. Mia pouts with full confidence. The picture of adorable and completely brainless. I drape my arm lightly around her shoulders. Charm in hand, the flash cuts through the dark, freezing her peaceful smile in the corner of my smirk in time. I deliberately pick the shot where she's mid-blink and hold it up to tease her. Can you please delete that? Mia goes immediately pitiful, reaching for the phone, but I sidestep her easily. It's adorable right in front of her stunned eyes. I set it as my wallpaper. You'd better pay me for that. Mia's face goes red as a ripe apple would. A photo of you not wearing. Actually, never mind. My mouth runs ahead of me. Mia's eyes go wide. Would you? No, absolutely not. She's so flustered, her whole face floods red. I ruffle her hair. I'm kidding. I would never. She's still puffed up with indignation. We're close. I can get away with it. My skin is thick as a wall. Who said we're close? Mia stumbles over her own words. Even if we are, you can't be imagining things like that. That kind of thing should at least wait until after, and right now it is absolutely off limits. What are you thinking about? I grin at her. It flies out of Mia's mouth before she can stop it. I give her the slowest blink. Did you just steal my line? No, wait. That's not how did that happen? Mia is in full panic. She spent one New Year's with me, and now she's turning into me. Ethan, what are you doing? We reach the campus gate. Mia peeks at my screen, too curious to stop herself. I'm posting this to show off. Mia grabs my arm, wide-eyed and flushed. Please don't I look terrible? It's so embarrassing. The expression on her face is a masterclass in pure misery. I laugh. Okay, I won't. And for once, I actually mean it. I lock the phone and put it away. Wait, you can't just not post it like that. I was just a little shy, that's all. Mia looks down, chewing her lip in silence. fingers twisted into knots. This semester, she's added a lot of classmates online. All she sees every day are couples showing off. And honestly, Mia is a little jealous. What's going on? I look down at her with that half-amused face. What is this expression now, Mia? I'm barely holding back a laugh. Why are you laughing? Mia huffs. Ethan, why did you just drop it like that? Because my Mia said not to. I'm very obedient. Then your wait. Who said I'm yours, I'm not. That's not. Mia's tongue ties itself in a knot. The blush spreads all the way to her ears. You big troublemaker, always setting traps. Mia thinks it with everything she has. But she can't stop smiling. So are we posting it or not? Honestly, not posting is fine too. Can't you just decide? Mia gives up and just looks at me. Face red, then let's post it. I want you to, but can you edit the photo first? Mia's eyes light up. The thought of appearing in my post makes her quietly, uncontrollably happy, no problem. As a content creator, my editing is top tier. My fingers fly across the screen. Edit post. Caption, a good luck charm handmade by a certain Mia. Too cute. The comments explode instantly. My most devoted fan leads the charge, and a wall of question marks follows. Then Gabe calls Ethan, you absolute traitor. His voice rings out in the night full of wounded betrayal. You proudly accepted that hideous charm. Since when do you even believe in this stuff? She's different, I say. Calm but certain, Gabe clicks his tongue. She's got you completely wrapped around her finger. Hasn't she? He laughs like an idiot on the other end. Vanessa used to send you stuff all the time. But I never saw you showing off like this. That name lands wrong. My brow furrows without thinking. Gabe has no idea what really went on. Those so-called gifts from Vanessa, she'd take the cash gift. I sent 1,314 yuan. Then turn around and order a 30 yuan delivery cake. Just to check the box, Ethan. You okay? Mia is sharp. She catches the shift in my mood right away and quietly tugs at my sleeve. I'm fine. I hang up, keeping my voice easy under the cool moonlight. I glance down and meet Mia's eyes full of concern. Don't think about all of that, Ethan. The call was on speaker. Vanessa's name had already reached Mia's ears. Every word of it since I met you. I stopped thinking about all that. The words leave my mouth and my heart skips a beat. I cover it with a light cough. That guy Gabe, he never knows when to keep quiet. I reach over and ruffle Mia's hair. Ignore him, Mia nods. Then suddenly lights up like she just remembered something huge. Her eyes shine as she stares at me. All right. I never said Happy New Year. Mia presses her lips together and blinks, her voice soft as a feather, brushing against my heart. Happy New Year, Ethan. She looks up at me, her gaze clear as glass. For a moment, every star in the sky seems to dim, looking at how earnest she is. I can't help but smile. Happy New Year, Mia. I keep my eyes on her. Why do you keep calling me that? She beams back because I want to. Mia drops her head, her toe nudging a pebble on the ground without thinking. Few seconds of silence pass. Then she looks up, eyes gleaming. Ethan, can I hug you just once? Consider it your gift to me. You didn't get me anything. Did you? But I got you something. So now you owe me. Can we just call it even with a hug? Mia fires all of that off like a machine gun. Faster than I've ever heard her speak. Like she bypassed her brain entirely. I go still for a second, and something quiet and tender moves through me. That whole speech, my silly Mia must have rehearsed it 100 times. Come here. My voice comes out low and warm. Time seems to hold still for that 1 second. Completely still. Mia crashes into my arms like a startled little rabbit. Both arms wrapping tight around my waist. Her hair grazes my chin, and the clean scent of her shampoo drifts up around me. I hold her gently in return. That quiet, clean warmth in my arms settles something deep in my chest. This isn't a gift for her at all. It's a gift the universe is giving me. The moment feels so perfect. I want it to last forever. Neither of us notices that just steps behind us. Hidden in the shadows, two people are standing very still. Vanessa, do you regret it? I don't know what happened between you two, but Ethan doesn't seem like the type to just walk away. Maybe there's a misunderstanding. Talk it out, you might still be able to fix things. Under the shadow of a tree in the distance, Vanessa and Summer stand side by side, watching Mia and me hold each other. Impossible. Absolutely impossible. Vanessa bites down hard on her lip, her voice going rigid. Regret what? That word is not in my vocabulary. Seeing how final she sounds, Summer pushes again. So Vanessa, was it really you who ended things? Vanessa exhales slowly. Yes, it was me. She turns away, like she can't stand watching another second, and says to Summer, he wasn't good enough for me. He couldn't give me the life I deserved. He just couldn't. There's a faint catch in her voice, like she's the one who made some great, painful sacrifice. But are you actually happy now? You keep talking about this happiness you deserve. So where is it? Those two questions stop Vanessa cold. She stares at Mia and me holding each other, and something sharp twists in her chest. Why? She can't make sense of it. The breakup was so long ago and she felt nothing back then. But now there's this pressure against her chest, like something is stuck and won't move. Time flies. Final exam week arrives. Before we know it, my studio becomes Mia's personal study spot. In the small back room, she sits glaring at her math textbook like it personally wronged her. After a long stretch of studying, Mia tiptoes over to my side and pokes my shoulder with one finger. I turn and come face to face. With the most pitiful pout and puppy eyes imaginable, busy I grin. Yep, then I'll get out of your way. Mia tilts her head, turns around and heads back to battle her math problems. Then my voice comes from behind her. But whatever you need matters more than what I'm doing. That stops her cold for 3 full seconds. She spins back around and stares at me, lashes faintly trembling. Were you just flirting with me? I shake my head, expression flat. We're just close, so your mind went there. That's all. Mia thinks it over. Something feels off, but somehow it also sounds reasonable. Okay, I believe you. She decides to go with it because honestly, I do come across as a clueless guy who has no idea how to flirt. Trust is what matters most between us. Her completely sincere, hopelessly innocent face gets me right in the chest. Inside, I'm already laughing. Outside, I keep a perfectly straight face. So what was this very important thing you came to tell me? Help me with this problem? Mia says it like it's obvious. How does this formula even work? I still don't get it. Her voice is so soft. It almost sounds like she's pouting. Explain it one more time. I take the textbook and go into full patient tutor mode. But partway through, I notice she isn't listening at all. Just staring at my face, Mia. I tap her on the head, expression unchanged. Can you focus? I am focused. She fires back, clearly guilty, rubbing her forehead like I actually hurt her. Then she brightens. Wait, you've been helping me study for so many days. Shouldn't I be paying you tutoring fees? I laugh again, and where exactly would that money come from? Don't underestimate me. Mia bounces off the couch, digs into her bag, and pulls out a little notebook. I've actually been saving up. The pages are covered in tiny entries tracking every bit of income. Yesterday's video ad share, 1,000 yen. Next to that figure, a tiny hand-drawn heart on my suggestion. Mia had opened her own video channel. With a boost from my audience, her numbers on her own account are already impressive. Looking at her little savings log, something tugs at my chest. This girl, her body still isn't fully recovered yet. She's been quietly doing all of this behind my back. Why didn't you ask me what the writing income was from? Mia blinks, genuinely puzzled. I never told her about the novel, so why didn't she ask? I earned it writing a novel. Obviously. I can't hold back a laugh. How did you know? Mia's eyes go wide as saucers. Are you serious right now? You lock yourself away for hours every day, writing. Anyone could figure that out. That's a total lie. I can't exactly admit. I read her work in secret and spent every day posting anonymous comments begging for updates. That would be unhinged. It would completely destroy my image as a man of integrity. You really didn't sneak a read. Mia narrows her eyes at me. No lying, Ethan? Do you really think I'd want to lie to you? I look at her with nothing but warmth. She hesitates. No, I guess you wouldn't. Mia feels bad for doubting me. Okay, the point is I have money now. And the point is you don't need to pay me. Your tutoring is free. She gets me again. This hopelessly adorable girl. I can't help reaching over to mess up her hair. Forget it, just pass your exams. If you fail anything, I'm charging double. That's completely unfair. Mia puffs up and glares at me, but as she turns to leave, the corner of her mouth quietly curls up. The night deepens, we pack up and head home, continuing to study in Mia's room. The only sounds are turning pages and the occasional question. I watch her profile as she focuses, and think that even a quiet night like this has its own kind of beauty. The only problem is teasing her might be getting addictive. She's so easy to tease, so clueless, so ridiculously cute about it. Who could resist? Lucky for her. She ran into a man of integrity like me. Fuck. Finally done, Mia lets out a long breath, then suddenly claps a hand over her chest and eyes me with suspicion. Ethan, were you just peeking down my collar? Is that really the kind of guy you think I am? I ask, completely deadpan yes. Mia nods very seriously. If we're not dating. You can't look even if we are dating. You'd still need my permission. Otherwise, it's off limits. In conclusion, I wasn't looking. I deliver this with complete conviction. That actually makes sense. Mia looks confused, like she agrees but can't figure out why, before she can argue further. I get up to grab something. Mia bites her lip, cheeks flushing pink. Running away because you're guilty. No, I have something for you. My expression shifts, genuinely serious. Now what is it? Curiosity floods Mia's face. It didn't cost anything, I say, shaking my head and place the object into her palm. A lucky charm. Mia looks down. It's a small, finely crafted charm. A red cord tied around a little pouch embroidered with 4 characters, meaning a smooth and peaceful life, surrounded by patterns she can't read. She's never seen anything like it. This, a protection charm. Are you giving me one too? Mia blinks, eyes clear and soft, lashes fluttering. It's a lucky charm. Nothing too serious, I say, keeping my voice easy like it means nothing. Carry it through your exams. It might keep you from failing when they're done. Don't throw it away. Keep it on you for a while. It's nothing special. Why? Because anything you give me is important. Mia says. She tucks the so-called lucky charm away like it's made of gold, then thinks for a moment. Did you buy this somewhere? Yeah, just ordered it online. I smile easy and unbothered, but my mind drifts. 3 weeks ago on a misty early morning while Mia was in class, I drove alone to Lingyan Temple on the edge of the city. The mountain air was thick with moisture. Stone steps dark and slick with dew. Wound up into the mist, I found an old monk, white-browed, white-bearded, with a kind face, and told him why I came. Master, I'd like to ask for a blessing. The monk looked up, his gaze calm and clear. For whom? For someone who matters a great deal to me. I paused, then spoke steadily. Her health isn't good. She has a surgery coming up. I want her to be safe, to be well, to be free from harm. The monk studied me for a moment, then nodded slowly. Sincere heart makes it work. Follow me inside the hall. Sandalwood incense curled through the air. Quiet and sacred, I knelt down on the meditation cushion. Hands pressed together, the master sat nearby, striking a wooden fish drum, chanting sutras with a reverence I could feel all the way through. I closed my eyes, hands clasped, my mind turning over and over the same simple prayer. Let her be safe, let her be well. Let the surgery go smoothly. Let me stay by her side. Time slipped past quietly when I finally opened my eyes. My knees had long gone numb, a faint sweat soaking my palms. That weight, the fear, the seriousness of it hit harder than anything I'd ever faced before. The monk placed the blessed charm into my hands, its red cord hanging gently. Keep goodness in your heart and good fortune will follow. I cupped the charm carefully in both hands, bowed deeply and thanked him. Mia's voice pulls me back then. I'm definitely going to ace my finals. She holds the charm still warm from my hands, her fingertips absorbing that warmth. She carefully loops the red cord around her slender wrist, then looks up at me with a bright smile. Absolutely, I ruffle her hair. By the way, after your exams, I'm taking you somewhere. Where Mia leans in, eyes sparkling. It's a surprise, I say, shaking my head. Mia still has her grandmother back in her hometown. I've never forgotten that. Last month, while helping Mia with homework, I happened to catch what she had written, absent-mindedly in the margin of her notepad. Grandma, I miss you. How are you? Those few lines have stayed with me ever since. I can't let them go. Mia and I had talked about it before. Her grandmother had done everything she could to get Mia out of there. She had cried as she told Mia, if you can make it out alive, never come back to this town. Never, but missing someone doesn't follow rules. Her mother died young. Her grandmother is the only family she has left. Mia must miss her terribly. So I'm going to take her home to see her. But before I can take Mia back, I have to clear the way first. I had already dug into her background. Every detail. What made Mia so fragile wasn't just the illness. It was also her biological father. The drinking, the gambling, the violence he inflicted on her mother, the beatings he gave Mia herself before her grandmother managed to take her away. In the years of verbal abuse and psychological torment she endured, even while hiding at her grandmother's house, more than half of the fear Mia carries about her hometown comes from that man. A lot of it is too old to prove now, but I've always believed that people who do evil must face the law. If justice was slow to arrive, then I'm going to make sure it finally gets there in full. Time moves fast. Finals are over. Mia walks out of the exam hall into the warm winter sun and lets out a long, relieved breath. She jogs toward me at the school gate, the red cord on her wrist swaying with each step. You remembered exactly what I said. Carry the lucky charm and you won't fail. What you never quite understood is why a lucky charm would be embroidered with a smooth and peaceful life. Isn't that what you'd write on a protection charm? How'd it go? The girl with the high ponytail walks up to me and I take her bag. Pretty okay, I think. At least I didn't fail. Mia blinks, secretly feeling great about it. After studying with me for so long, everything on the test looked familiar. She thinks she did really well, but she's not telling me that. She'll let the results speak for themselves. Let's go home and pack. You're still not gonna tell me where we're going. Mia blinks curiously. You'll find out when we get there. I give her shoulder a light pat, something quietly settling in my chest. Mia's body has fully recovered from that malnourished state she was in before. She looks like a healthy, well-built young woman now. I took good care of her. I feel a rare flicker of pride. While she was busy with exams, I spent that time cleaning up every last mess, waiting for her back home. Everything is handled now. It's time to take her back. We go home, she packs a bag, and I drive us out of the city in the new Mercedes I just got. We merge onto the highway. Now that my bank account is unfrozen and things are back on track. The old beat-up second-hand Volkswagen has been retired for now. Pulling up in something solid solves a lot of problems and it's safer. 2 outside the window. The city skyline slowly gives way to fields and rolling hills. Mia starts out excited, guessing where we're headed. But then familiar road signs begin appearing again and again, and her smile fades. Her face goes pale. Her fingers tighten around the seatbelt without thinking. Ethan, she says, looking at me, a faint tremor in her voice. Where are we going? Even as she asks, she already knows the answer. She may be a little naive, but she isn't stupid. This is the road back home. Every kilometer they cover, the signs show Young County getting closer. The realization makes her body tremble. A fear she can't hold back. Her grandmother's parting words rise in her mind. I'm sorry, my child. This is all Grandma can do. Once you leave, you'll have to face everything on your own. If anyone ever tries to bring you back, anyone at all, don't trust them. Leave this place for good. Find somewhere no one knows you and live that day. Mia sobbed until she could barely breathe and locked every one of her grandmother's words into her heart. Don't trust anyone. Don't trust anyone who tries to bring you back. When you miss Grandma, just look at the sky. So Mia never once brought up going home. She had held fast to her grandmother's words, determined to stay far from the place that used to feel like home, but that didn't mean she could stop the longing. Grandma said not to trust anyone who tries to bring me back. Mia murmurs, eyes on me. But I know I can trust you. My gaze lifts to the wide sky ahead, bright with sunlight, touched by a soft wind. I take the exit off the highway and pull over to the side of the road. Don't be afraid, I know, Ethan. I trust you, I'm not afraid. The highway exit sign for Young County stands right in front of us. I bring the car to a steady stop, even though Mia spent the entire drive preparing herself mentally. The moment that exit sign actually appears before her eyes, a chill runs down her spine that she can't stop. This place and the home she's built with me, they feel like opposite ends of the universe. I can feel her distress before she even says a word. I knew this was coming. I reach over and wrap my hand gently around her cold fingers. I'm here, my hand is warm. My voice is steady. The world can be cold and brutal, but this girl faced too much of that too young. I'm not letting her face any more of it alone. Everything I've been doing these past weeks, every call, every contact has had one purpose. To be her shield. The world has given her pain, I'm not letting her experience any more of it. While I'm standing right here, Mia looks down at their joined hands. Her heartbeat slowly steadies. Thank you, Ethan. Mia bites her lip, voice thick, eyes going pink at the edges. Without him, she wouldn't have dared to imagine a future. But what can she do? The debt she owes him isn't shrinking. It just keeps growing. You're hopeless. I look at her and a fond smile breaks through. The car turns onto a familiar dirt road. Mia quietly pinches the edge of my sleeve. The Mercedes comes to a smooth stop in front of her grandmother's courtyard gate. I signal for Mia to get out first, then push open my own door and make a quick call. The gate creaks open. An old woman in the courtyard hanging laundry instinctively looks up when she makes out who it is. The clothes in her hands drop straight into the washtub with a splash. Her lips tremble. Mia. Grandma Mia cries out and throws herself into the old woman's arms, tears streaming down her face like a broken string of pearls. Grandma holds her tight, her rough, calloused hands trembling as they stroke Mia's hair. Her clouded eyes flood instantly with tears. My Mia, not as thin as before, looks just like she did as a little girl. So beautiful, I stand quietly to the side, eyes moving between my phone screen and the two of them holding each other. I'm not relaxed, I'm watching. When the tears begin to slow, I step forward. Hello, Grandma. I'm Ethan, Mia's friend. Only then does Grandma Wu notice the tall, handsome young man standing there, quickly wipes her eyes and looks him over, then turns a questioning look toward Mia. Grandma, the day I arrived in the city, my heart condition flared up. If Ethan hadn't been there, I probably wouldn't be standing here right now. He's been taking care of me ever since. Mia's eyes go red again as she speaks. Every time she thinks back to how they met and everything they've been through, it still feels almost unreal, like something from another lifetime. That someone this good actually exists in the world, and that she got to meet him. The thought stings her nose with emotion. I smile and ruffle her hair. Don't say such things and stop throwing that word around so casually. The words are barely out before I catch myself. A wry smile follows. I'm not sure exactly when it happened, but I've started caring about things like that. Grandma Wu's expression shifts from uncertain to warm. So you're the one who brought Mia back. Good boy, come inside. But the joy fades fast. Grandma Wu suddenly remembers something and her face drains of color. Mia, didn't Grandma tell you never to come back? How are you? The old woman's voice fills with alarm, and right then, a staggering figure pushes through the gate. Bottle in hand, you old bat hiding money again. Hands him over. Mia's biological father grins with cold contempt, then stops mid-sentence. He squints toward Mia, then bares his yellow teeth. Well. If it isn't, the runaway couldn't make it out there. So you crawl back. Mia's face goes white. She grabs my sleeve without thinking and freezes. Completely unable to move, I step forward in one sharp motion and put myself between her and him. Eyes locked on that man with a cold that could cut glass. My expression is dark enough to make the air feel heavy. Mia is stunned. This is the first time she has ever seen me look like this. Cold hard. Blank with a rage behind my eyes that has no bottom. Her eyes are full of confusion. Ethan and this man have never met. So why does he look at him like that? Watch your mouth, I say with a cold laugh and drop the act. If I hadn't deliberately leaked information to draw you here, do you really think you'd have shown up today pretending to be drunk? You've been looking for Mia, haven't you? Your meal ticket ran away and it's been eating at you. You've had people searching everywhere and came up empty. Am I wrong? A faint smirk plays at the corner of my mouth. Those words land hard. His expression collapses. The act drops instantly, replaced by something cold and dark. Who are you? He looks me up and down, then sneers. So this girl's been out there running around with some guy. You have no idea who you're dealing with. Even a powerful snake can't crush the one that owns the ground. He doesn't get to finish his threat. Outside the gate, sharp sirens cut through the air. Don't move, police. The shout hits like a thunderclap. His face goes slack. Whatever was on the tip of his tongue dies in his throat. His expression cycles through something extraordinary. Two officers storm through the gate fast and no nonsense and move straight for him. You are suspected of illegal gambling and assault. Come with us. The stone-faced officer wastes no words. He snaps a pair of handcuffs onto his wrists. Both officers glance at him with barely concealed disgust and turn toward Mia, standing there, drained of color. Something pained and pitying moves through their eyes. If I hadn't walked into that police station a week ago with a thick stack of evidence, these two officers would never have believed that, hiding right here in their own precinct, was someone this vile. I don't manage much of a smile for the officers either, because I know exactly how this works. Objectively speaking, cases like this, domestic abuse, family violence are always the hardest to bring to justice. But this man had been doing evil for years, decades, and he had never faced a single consequence. Not one that is what I cannot accept. But at least today it's finally over. No more looking over her shoulder. I walk to Mia's side and gently wrap my hand around her cold, trembling. One thank you, Ethan. Mia finally comes back to herself and it hits her all at once. Every bit of this was arranged by him. He was the one who called the police. Mia drops her head low, her nose stinging with emotion. Tears are already gathering at the edges of her eyes. You've got the wrong man. I didn't break any laws, Mom. Mom, say something. On the other side of the courtyard, the handcuffs have sobered him up fast. Thrashes in a panic, eyes desperately locked on Grandma Wu. Begging for help, Grandma Wu turns her face away. Her voice is as cold as gravel. In my entire life, I have never once recognized you as my son-in-law. As the police car disappears with its siren fading, Grandma lets out a long, heavy sigh. She presses a hand to her eyes. Those clouded old eyes are already streaked with tears. After a long moment, she turns and takes my hand firmly in both of hers. Son, thank you. Those words come from somewhere deep. It's just what needed to be done. I shake my head gently, a quiet smile at the corner of my mouth. I reach over and softly pat Mia's trembling shoulder, steady patient until she finally breaks. She cries, really cries, and collapses into my arms. Only then do I exhale, let it out. Cry it all out. That's the only way to truly cut free from the dark. From the small, narrow kitchen inside, the long mist smell of home cooking drifts out for this meal. Grandma insists on making every dish herself. Mia stands beside her, helping obediently. Every now and then, warm laughter floats out from the kitchen. I sit in the small courtyard watching it all. And something in the softest part of my chest gets hit hard. Family. This is what real family looks like. Then again, I think about it. Maybe family is family everywhere. After all, I steal the old man's liquor to help him quit drinking. If that isn't deep selfless love, what is? I did consider going into cook, but honestly, my cooking is a little too advanced for their taste. After fumbling around uselessly for a bit, I gracefully stepped aside. Not getting in the way counts as helping. The table today is packed. Most of the ingredients I carried in from the city. Knowing Grandma doesn't have much, I made sure to bring every cut of meat, every vegetable, plus a few things that would be hard to find out here. Something good for her health. Pork rib and corn soup, steamed egg with foie gras fish, fragrant pork strip scallion, sea cucumber, and the classic tomato and egg stir fry. At the table, Grandma Wu keeps piling food into my bowl. Eat up, son. Have more, please. Take good care of Mia as she speaks. Something heavy settles over her face. Helplessness she can't hide. She always knew Mia was meant for a bigger world. This girl had fought so hard just to survive. Fate was pulling her far beyond this struggling little town. But she, the only family Mia trusted, couldn't give her any help at all. That guilt has never left her. I set down my chopsticks and look at the old woman directly. Grandma, please don't worry. I will take good care of Mia. Those words seem to lift something off her shoulders. She looks back and forth between the two of us, and a warm smile spreads across her face. Grandma thinks you two are a good match. You know, Grandma. Mia buries her face in her rice bowl and shovels furiously, but the tips of her ears have already gone completely red. After the meal, Mia insists on doing all the dishes herself. The living room goes quiet. Just the two of us. Grandma Wu pulls me aside into the corner. The warmth from before is gone from her face, replaced by something serious. Son, there's something I need to say. When she gets to the word condition, her voice shakes her eyes are full of pleading. Given that Mia's heart flared up the very day she arrived in the city, her condition must be serious. My expression settles into something steady, but my voice stays calm and firm. She's been taking care of herself. The surgery will be arranged soon. Please trust me, I've got it covered. I walk her through everything that's happened. Over the past several months, Grandma Wu listens and cries and laughs. At the same time, her face cycling through more emotions than she can control. Thank you, son. Mia's mother left too soon. And that father of hers was worthless if she hadn't found you. Found you. You are the greatest blessing this girl has ever had. Then it clicks for her, the surgery cost. Of course, those are on him too. Grandma Wu's eyes go red immediately. Her body trembles, she actually starts to kneel. I catch her instantly, both hands holding her steady. Her words genuinely catch me off guard. A quiet laugh escapes under Grandma Wu's surprised gaze. I shake my head. You've got that wrong. Grandma getting to meet Mia. That's my good fortune. I say it with a smile as open and easy as a breeze. Grandma Wu just stares after a long moment. She nods deeply, warmth flooding her face. In the kitchen, a slim figure seems to have caught something, pretending she didn't. She bends over the sink and washes dishes with great focus. Everything looks the same as before, and yet nothing is quite the same anymore. New Year's Eve is approaching. The streets are filling with that familiar, festive energy. My studio, meanwhile, is running at full speed, projects moving forward. New creators coming on board. The model is straightforward. Use my current channel as the anchor. Build a layered network of smaller accounts, something like an MCN but looser and more self-run. Scale up, then figure out the next move. The 2 food creators I just signed have been falling behind on filming. The editor's cuts are too mechanical. No warmth, no life to them at all. I've had to step in and supervise the editing myself. Stuck in the studio for days on end, I finally lock a finished cut, flop back in my chair, and stretch like I've been asleep for a year. Then my phone buzzes on the desk. I glance at the screen. It's the owner of his private Mautai stash calling hello. I pick up already surprised. The old man must really be getting sentimental in his old age. Ever since we reached that unspoken ceasefire, he's been calling constantly. And honestly, I don't mind chatting with him. He's been funding my whole operation after all. But this topic catches me completely off guard. You little punk, are you coming home for New Year's Eve dinner or not? His booming voice comes through, with the clatter of pots in the background. What I freeze. Say that again, New Year's Eve, home dinner. Those words together short-circuit my brain. I genuinely wonder if I slipped into a parallel universe. Coming home for dinner for most people, those words mean nothing for me. They've been a dream I stopped letting myself have. Ever since my parents divorced when I was 10, those words never fit together again. Every New Year since then had been a random restaurant that stayed open late or just drifting. No home to go back to back then. I was young at first, I kept hoping. Then hoping turned to disappointment. Then disappointment became normal. I stopped wanting it a long time ago. And from the few memories I do have, the old man is the type who could set a kitchen on fire, just stir-frying vegetables. Is this invitation just his way of auditioning me as a human fire extinguisher? If he wants company, he should be asking Mia. What does this grumpy old man have to do with any of it? I will smack you into next week. You ungrateful kid? Victor's voice comes through the phone. Embarrassed and furious, I've been practicing my cooking lately. I'll use you as a test subject. He clears his throat. Look, these past few years I've been busy. No time to put a proper meal together. This year, I'm graciously offering you a seat at my table. What, you're not grateful? His voice sounds loud and confident. I can hear the uncertainty underneath it. I smile to myself. Is this just how that generation works? The more unsure they feel, the louder they get, no problem. I'll be there on time. I laugh quietly. Something moves in my chest. All the distance between me and the old man over the years. Right now, it feels like it's dissolving. If Mia hadn't come into my life, even if this day was always going to come someday, it never would have come this fast. Mia gets another big credit in the mental ledger. And bring Mia with you, Victor's voice follows immediately. Gruff but direct, I wedge the phone between my shoulder and ear, save my project file, and push myself to my feet with a stiff groan. Fine, I'll ask her. What do you mean ask? She has to come. Victor seems like he's got more to say, but swallows it back down. I know. Honestly, I wouldn't want to come without her anyway. I can't help laughing. I stop arguing and hang up. The moment I turn around, I find Mia standing quietly in the doorway. No idea how long she's been there, holding a steaming cup in both hands. Those big eyes blinking at me like a deer. I think I just heard Uncle Victor invite us to New Year's Eve dinner. Mia tilts her head, and there's a flicker of excitement in her eyes she can't quite hide. Come sit. I pat the spot beside me. She settles in immediately. Quiet as a little cat, I put on a serious face and tease her. Did you mishear? He only asked me to come. Then what am I supposed to do? Mia's face falls instantly. She looks so pitiful, it's almost like she's about to cry. You can come along as my accessory. I say it with a wicked grin. Want to or not? No thanks. Who wants to be your accessory? Wait, accessory. Mia tilts her head and goes, still trying to figure out if there's a hidden meaning. Does accessory mean you're bringing me along? A moment later, Mia snaps her head up. Her eyes are bright and excited. Color blooms across her cheeks. How are you this cute? I can't hold it back. It just comes out. Mia's whole face flushes red. Hey, Ethan, can you take me shopping? I want to buy a new outfit. I'll pay with my writing income. I don't want you spending any more money on me. That catches me off guard. This girl voluntarily wanting to buy new clothes. That almost never happens. She wants to look her best for meeting my dad. I never pass up a chance to tease her. That is not why I just want to dress up. It has nothing to do with meeting Uncle Victor. Mia wrinkles her nose. Liars turn into puppies. You know, I stare at her with a wicked grin. Then you're a puppy too. Mia goes bright red and bolts back to her room, staring at the closed door. I actually find myself thinking it over seriously. Being Mia's puppy, I wonder if there's an ice cream reward involved. The mall is packed, festive, and loud. Mia rarely comes to places like this on her own. Usually she's here to film with me. Right now she stays close to my side, occasionally getting nudged by the crowd right into me. She shops with unusual care, taking her time at every rack, and finally settles on a light pink wool coat, paired with a white knit dress. When she steps out of the fitting room, she fidgets with her hem, cheeks flushed, and asks, does this make me look like I'm trying too hard to look young? I'm leaning against a display case. Half zoned out, I look up and stop. Under the warm golden light, the pink and white makes her skin look like cream. The fitted waist traces a curve that's hard to look away from. Below the hem, her pale legs peek out. And below that, her usual black and white sneakers. The whole look is soft and playful and just stunning. She's genuinely beautiful. This is the first time I've seen Mia all put together like this. Over the past 6 months, her hair has grown out too, falling soft past her shoulders, resting around her waist. The whole look is the definition of sweetly beautiful, and she was already completely adorable to begin with. I snap my gaze away. I swallow this one. I instinctively reach for my phone to pay, but Mia moves faster and blocks me. I've got it. She's already holding out her payment code. Stubborn as ever, we agreed, I'm paying. I don't argue, I just watch her complete the payment and feel a smile pull at the corner of my mouth. Ethan, you've kind of been staring at me this whole time. Mia, now in her new outfit, me carrying her old clothes, catches on as we walk out of the mall. Every time she looked back, she found my eyes on her. Yeah, because you look really beautiful today. I say it looking straight at her. Completely serious, that kind of direct, unguarded compliment turns her face red. She ducks her head, but the smile at the corner of her mouth refuses to hide. Let's go, time to head home. The car pulls out and joins the evening traffic outside. The streets glow with festive lights. I glance over at Mia in the passenger seat, eyes half shut, almost asleep. Something about it catches me off guard. This must be what people mean when they talk about everyday warmth. Whatever it is, the part of me that's been quiet for so long is actually starting to look forward to New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve afternoon, I'm sprawled on the couch, working through some files when I hear a soft click from the hallway. Ethan, does this look okay? That soft, warm voice drifts over me like a feather. I look up sharply. The face in front of me makes the air catch in my throat. For a split second, Mia is wearing the new outfit, her hair falling loose and soft, and she's wearing makeup light subtle. Her lips a delicate shade of pink. She nervously twists the hem of her skirt, her eyes clear enough to hurt. Perfect, I say, without holding back. I set down my phone, grab my jacket and stand. Let's go any longer, and the old man's going to start pacing. The black sedan pulls to a smooth stop in front of an impressive villa. The car barely parks before Victor comes rushing out, apron still on, and walks right past me like I don't exist. His whole face breaks into wrinkles. He's smiling so hard. Mia, you're here, come in. Come in, it's cold out. Hey, you know what you look like right now? I stare at him. You're grinning like a total creep. I go in without mercy. You don't know anything. This is called keeping a cheerful spirit. Victor shoots me a withering look. Less talking. Get in here and help me in the kitchen. I step inside and my phone screen lights up with an email notification. I see who it's from and my stomach drops. New Year's Eve afternoon. Why is Mia's surgeon sending a message right now? The table is already covered in dishes. Not all of them pretty, but the portions are generous and the effort is undeniable. Honestly, I've been impressed all afternoon. I swear on everything before today. This man was the type who wouldn't even bother picking up a tipped over bottle of oil. But every single dish on this table came out of his hands. I just washed and chopped. Nothing more unlike last time at my place. Victor guarded the kitchen entrance like it was a fortress. Absolutely no letting Mia step inside. She tried multiple times to sneak in and help every single time she was turned back. The last attempt ended with Victor physically steering her out. Mia feels a little put out, but also strangely warm about it. She's not oblivious. She understands what this means. The girl meeting the family for the first time doesn't belong in the kitchen. Except they're not officially together yet. Mia lets out a private sigh. They're already so close. So when is he finally going to make it official? If she doesn't push for it and something goes wrong with the surgery, wouldn't she leave with regret? And if her writing income next month could just be a little more, even a little, that would help. Mia's head is a complete mess. Her chopsticks hover in the air. She stares at the food but sees none of it, completely lost in thought. Hey Mia, what are you zoning out about? Try the sweet and sour ribs. I followed a trending recipe for those. Victor enthusiastically piles food into her bowl, the satisfaction in his eyes impossible to hide. Victor is stubborn and single-minded. From the moment he met Mia the first time, he decided she was going to be his daughter-in-law. Full stop, come by more often. Try more of Uncle Victor's cooking. We'll have lots to talk about. And if that troublemaker ever gives you a hard time, you come straight to me. I'll make sure even his own mother wouldn't recognize him. She already doesn't recognize me. I say flatly, shooting Victor a look. She left when I was barely off baby formula. No, before I turned 10. Whether she ever comes back is anyone's guess. Can you say something positive? For once, it's New Year's Eve and you have to drag up all that old stuff. Victor's temper flares instantly, but even as he scolds, his expression darkens like something old just surfaced. In the end, it fades into one long, heavy sigh. Mia holds her bowl, cheeks pink, and says quietly, "Thank you, Uncle Victor. And honestly, Ethan really is so good to me." Victor laughs. Is that so good? That means he hasn't been embarrassing me out there, really. He's been incredible to me. Good is not enough. There's always room to do better. After a few rounds of drinks, Victor's mouth is fully open for business. I sit quietly and watch him perform. Watch the old man genuinely chatting away with Mia like old friends, and a smile appears on my face without me noticing. What I haven't told Mia is that this cold, quiet villa, I haven't set foot in it for a very long time. Uncle Victor, let me get you some more rice. Mia notices Victor drinking but not eating, and volunteers herself into the kitchen with an empty bowl. With Mia out of the room, Victor puts a hand on my shoulder and drops his voice. Treat that girl right. If you let this one go, you will never find better. No matter how hard you look. He lets out a long sigh, his gaze going somewhere distant. Back then, if I hadn't fought so hard with your mother, he trails off. I don't respond. Instead, I do something I almost never do. I put a piece of food in the old man's bowl. You can't take all the blame for what happened back then. It's done. The past is the past. Let's just look forward. I shake my head gently. Obviously, I've lived long enough to know more than you. Victor slaps the table and looks up. I'm saying this to wake you up. You have to learn to hold on to what's right in front of you. Love is like running a business. You build it day by day, put in the same effort you put into your work, and the return will be better than you ever expected. Looking at Victor's red face and the absolute seriousness in his eyes, I go quiet for a moment, then let out a soft exhale. Are you lecturing me right now? Or are you fighting with your younger self? That lands, Victor goes completely silent, like something just hit a nerve. When Mia comes back in carrying the bowl, my expression softens instantly. Relax, old man. I'm nothing like you were back then. A girl this good, I want to hold her like she's made of glass. Now that sounds more like it. I'd say you've grown up quite a bit lately. That was well said. Wait, hold on, you little punk. Who exactly were you calling a jerk just now? Mia sips from her soup bowl in small, careful sips, and whether she heard any of that conversation or not. Midway through a sip, she suddenly chokes, the color rising all the way to her ears. Slow down. Nobody's taking it from you. I hand her a napkin. She nods obediently, quiet as a little rabbit. Night falls. The guest room bed is already made up. The housekeeper's handiwork. But it's still the old man's way of showing he cares. And honestly, it's remarkable. Growing up, the number of times this man showed any warmth at all could be counted on one hand. When I think about it, this past half year alone has already surpassed all of that combined. You really can't meet your match in this world. His obsession with keeping face, sometimes it's almost endearing. If he weren't trying so hard to impress his future daughter-in-law, he never would have gone to all this trouble. Back in my room, I lie in bed, wide awake and restless. My body is exhausted, but sleep won't come. Fireworks keep exploding outside, lighting up the ceiling. My head is full of everything the old man said tonight, and the image of Mia under the warm light, that shy, soft look in her eyes. I push myself upright, my hand is closed, tight around the roughly stitched protection charm, my fingers tracing the uneven characters stitched across it. Something surges up from deep inside me like a tide. I breathe in slow and deep. I wake up my phone screen and open the email that has been sitting in my inbox since this afternoon. This time I read it word by word. Not like before when I only skimmed it. I'm afraid of missing even a single punctuation mark. Back then, Mia was right there with me. I was afraid that if I read it carefully, I wouldn't be able to control my face. Even more afraid that she, sharp as she is, would catch every worry I tried to hide. The surgery date is getting closer. On the outside, I'm all smiles and jokes with Mia. But this thing sits in my chest like a ticking bomb counting down. I finish the email and my heart sinks to the floor. The message is short and direct. The specialist team has completed a new assessment of Mia's condition, and the surgical plan has changed. The good news is that even though the condition is more complex than expected, the minimally invasive corrective surgery is still possible. But according to the latest assessment, the probability of post-surgical complications from congenital heart disease has increased significantly. I finish reading and drag my hands through my hair in frustration. I get up and step out onto the balcony to breathe. Technically, the post-surgical complications aren't the end of the world. No intense exercise for the rest of her life. No alcohol ever possible. Occasional hypoxia from reduced blood flow to the brain. None of it is fatal. None of it would completely destroy her life. But I refuse to accept it. I want to give her a brand new, completely perfect life. Push open the balcony door. Cold moonlight and a sharp wind hit me at the same time. I let the cold do what it wants. My hand moves on instinct toward the cigarette pack in my pocket. I quit half a year ago. Wait, why is there already someone standing on the balcony? I look again, my eyes go wide. I breathe in sharply under the clear moonlight. Mia stands against the railing in a thin set of pajamas, arms folded across her chest, staring off at the distant lights in a daze. The night wind lifts her hair. That silhouette, it aches to look at. Aren't you cold, you little fool? Something helpless and tender rises in my chest. I walk over quickly and take hold of her wrist. She startles and spins around, then slips naturally behind me to get out of the wind. Ethan, why are you out here too? Mia blinks at me, biting softly on her lower lip. Hey, what would you do if I said I was cold? Our eyes meet. I land in that clear, quiet warmth in her gaze, and somewhere beneath it, there seems to be an emotion I haven't been able to name yet. Stop, I look at her nose. Red from the cold, I can't hold back anymore. I step forward, pull off my jacket, and drape it over her shoulders and pull her into my arms. She goes stiff for just a moment, then slowly melts, and then a small cold, soft hand quietly slips under the hem of my shirt and presses against the skin at my waist. Every muscle in my body locks up instantly. My eyes go wide as saucers. Blood rushes straight to my head. Mia, my mind goes completely blank. I even forget to use her nickname. I just say her full name. The sound of it seems to snap her out of it. She yanks her hand back. Her face explodes red. Her voice is shaking. Ethan, I didn't mean to. I wasn't trying to touch you like that. Mia's eyes are huge. Her normally pale face is now the color of a ripe peach flush, spreading all the way down her neck. And that's your explanation for reaching into my shirt. I'm honestly caught between laughing and despair. I thought I was the one who brought home a little white rabbit. Turns out I'm not so sure who the wolf is anymore. I really didn't. Mia stamps her foot in frustration, and then she does something that nearly drops my jaw entirely. Rises up on her toes, and that little hand slips in again like a quick little fish, this time through the collar of my shirt. I'm completely stunned before I can even react. She's already done it. But I quickly realize this time Mia really isn't taking advantage. Her cool fingertips brush lightly across my collarbone, and then her hand closes precisely around the protection charm. Hanging at my neck, honestly, wearing that thing around my neck is a little inconvenient. But unless I'm in formal clothes, I always keep this small plain protection charm close to my body, because the monk at Lingon Temple told me keeping the charm on me would also protect the person who gave it. I pushed down hard against the pounding in my chest. Wait, isn't my silly Mia supposed to be an innocent, pure-hearted girl? What is all this reaching into people's shirts about? Even though her palm isn't directly against my chest, her cool forearm is pressed right against my heart, and the sensation tingling and soft is absolutely going to be the end of me. I look straight into her eyes, trying to find even a trace of scheming. There's nothing, only sincerity, only clarity. Ethan. Actually, Mia looks at me, something like starlight flickering in her eyes. I have a New Year's secret. I want to tell you what secret. My voice comes out dry the next second. She draws her hand back, tucks her hair behind her ear, straightens up and carefully pulls a small object out from her own collar. My pupils shrink slightly. That's not the lucky charm I gave her. That one is right there on her wrist where it's always been. What Mia pulls from her collar is a handmade protection charm, almost identical to the one around my neck, stitched by her own hands. About that last one, Ethan. The charm I gave you is actually one of a pair. I kept the other one for myself. Mia blinks her big eyes. Grandma always said, something made by hand has to be worn close to the heart. By both people at the same time? That's the only way the intention becomes real. Just now, I wanted to check. Have you been wearing yours this whole time? I stare at the small charm in her hands and look down at the matching one pressing against my own chest. Through my open collar, something that was caught in my throat finally drops. What replaces it is a feeling I don't have words for. Soft and aching all at once. Yeah, my voice comes out rough. You gave it to me, of course. I never took it off. Mia looks up. Those eyes are stunning in the moonlight. The corners of her lips slowly curl into the most beautiful smile. Far off in the distance, another firework screams into the sky and bursts open with a brilliant bang. Ethan, Happy New Year. She looks at me, her smile as bright as the sky above. Happy New Year, Ethan, what? What are you doing before she can finish? I pull her into my arms in one sudden move, holding her like I want to press her into my very bones. The sudden embrace makes Mia go stiff. Then slowly she softens, she bites her lip lightly. Her eyes are full of a warmth that won't dissolve this feeling. She thinks this is happiness. Mia's face burns, but she stays still and lets me hold her just like this. Her whole heart filled to the brim with something she can't name. This must be the most one-of-a-kind New Year's gift I can give her. Why are you hugging me? You didn't even ask. She's overjoyed on the inside, but she still has to play it cool on the outside. Except her voice comes out soft and wavering, with absolutely no force behind it at all. I was just worried you'd freeze dressed like that, standing out here in the wind. What if you got sick? I deliver that excuse with complete confidence, totally unbothered by the fact that I'm making it up. I don't buy it. You don't find good timing? Then I've got a New Year's question for you. I keep my eyes on her, and a wicked smile slowly forms at the corner of my mouth. What kind of question? Mia blinks her big eyes, completely clueless. Next time, can I do what you just did to me personally? Check whether you've been wearing your handmade protection charm. Sure. Mia agrees in a daze, then it hits her. Her eyes go wide, her face goes red, her hands fly up in a panic. Wait, no, absolutely not, Ethan. You are such a scoundrel. Right at that moment, the New Year's bell rings out, swallowing her flustered, indignant, and secretly delighted little protest. In the living room, a figure that appeared at some point has been standing very still for a long time, watching the two silhouettes on the balcony, leaning against each other. On that silver-streaked face is the deeply satisfied smile of an old man, whose heart is finally at ease. After school starts back up, life hits fast forward. I'm buried in a flood of collaboration requests at the studio, while at the same time, quietly doing everything I can to prepare for Mia's upcoming surgery. My browser bookmarks are packed with post-surgery care guides for congenital heart disease. My notes app is wall-to-wall with things to remember. And I've even gone as far as researching which house plants to put on the hospital windowsill. To help a patient's mood, I left no detail unturned. Boss, there's a woman named Summer outside, asking about the content creator position. She says she's an old acquaintance of yours. Cindy, my newly hired assistant, taps on the door and reports in carefully. She's a final year student at Shancheng University, humanities major, tough job market. My studio pays well, so the moment she applied, I hired her on the spot. The real reason was simple. It came down to one thing. Mia said, Ethan, she's really pretty, and apparently she used to be head of the creative writing club. We should hire her. I had no objections. Cindy's resume is solid. She's more than capable of handling the day-to-day. As for the pretty part, I genuinely don't get it. Cindy is decent looking, sure. But compared to the one waiting at home, the purest, most effortlessly adorable girl I've ever seen. It's not even close when I hear the name Summer. I look up sharply from my files. That's unexpected, of course. I remember her, Vanessa's former coworker, one of the only genuine people in that whole circle of fake friendships. Send her and Ethan. Long time no see. Summer walks in wearing a sharp, professional skirt suit, nothing like the person I remember at all. She tugs at a strand of hair near her ear. A little uneasy, I have to say. I never imagined I'd be meeting you again like this. I give her a polite smile, so looking to make a change. Summer nods and hands me her resume from her bag. I know this is a bit forward, but I've been following your studio's videos for a while. The style really works for me. And she pauses, then decides to be direct. I watched the episodes where Mia appeared on camera. They really moved me. She's become quite the name on campus. You'd have to be living under a rock not to know who she is. Summer has a younger sister who also attends Shancheng University, so she stays up to date on everything happening there. Back in the day, Vanessa had dominated that same campus beauty ranking. Except, back then, Summer only ever heard Vanessa's name. Never met her in person. This former coworker's former boyfriend is apparently very close with the new number one on that ranking, honestly. My romantic luck seems to make people envious. My fingers pause on the resume. I look up and meet her eyes. Does Vanessa know you're here applying for this job? Summer's expression shifts awkwardly. I haven't told her yet. She's been in a bad place lately. Mentions your name constantly. I've tried to talk her out of it, but nothing works at this point. I've just given up. I nod, understanding. My eyes go back to the resume. I do need people, but let me be upfront. Work is work. I don't want any personal baggage mixed into it. I understand completely. Summer raises her hand quickly. Please don't get the wrong idea. My being here has nothing to do with Vanessa. I genuinely just want to break into the content creation space. That's all well. We do go back a little, at least I know you're not going to scam me. Truthfully, Summer had her own doubts walking in here, but her gut always told her that Ethan's old, run-down appearance felt more like a deliberate choice to blend in. She'd mentioned this to Vanessa once. She got laughed at mercilessly for it. But now the truth is right in front of her. Not only does he have a company, this studio isn't small by any industry standard. And on top of that, there's the brand new Mercedes she spotted parked out front when she walked in. Every bold guess she'd ever had, they're all confirmed now.